Hello, SpeedGaming. Welcome to our mentor tournament match between ColdSlayer and Potato. We have Words mentoring Potato and McVanish mentoring ColdSlayer. This is a medium tricky or medium normal. I don't remember race. Um, so we should get some fairly quick progression in our seed here. Expect early suits and not too many difficult tricks. But we'll see what the seed has in store for us. Okay, I get them synced up in a second here. There we go. And this is an item draft, so we have high jump and what's it called? High jump and screw to start off with. The bans were spring ball and charge. I think Potato banned spring and ColdSlayer banned charge. So those will still show up in the seed, but they don't start with them. Ooh. So we get Varia off the start right away, and that's a good thing because this main hall would be impossible without. And then they see G4 immediately on going up the elevator. So, I mean, if these were underwater wall jumpers, they might go up there, but that is way above skill level for this match, so don't expect that. Oh, we do have high jump and screw, so technically getting to the top of Red Tower is logical. You can kill the Rippers with screw, and high jump makes it so you don't need very many high wall jumps. So they can also go to the bottom. High jump makes that doable. So every door but the power bomb door here in Red Tower is manageable. But off to a pretty quick start here. Nicely done by Potato to the top here. And ColdSlayer chooses the bottom. Potato gets Ocean here. I think turning off high jump here is the right call for Potato here. High jump does make this a lot more difficult. Hopefully they decide to do that here in a second. Okay, gonna do it without turning off high jump. Nice jump modulation there. And ColdSlayer up here too, so not too far behind. We do see missiles as our first ammo. The best ammo type for opening doors. Ooh. Gonna avoid the reserve there on Potato. Could have grabbed it if they wanted to get an extra tank, but would have taken a little bit of time. Missiles doesn't take too long with BT, but still takes a little while. Still looking for Morph, so that is a very important thing to find. And ColdSlayer will grab the reserve, so BT should also fill this reserve up for him. Not doing anything fancy on ColdSlayer here, just blasting away at BT. No setups, no trying to get into a close range to get some manipulation on him. Just out and out shooting the heck out of him, tanking all the hits. And full on everything is ColdSlayer, so nicely done. And Potato has a lot more information though. Has been blinding doors like crazy, while ColdSlayer was in there with BT. But hasn't found much place to go here. And yeah, close to the save, or close to the map here in Turian, but not quite, which is quite unfortunate. Looks like it'll be locked in that West Ocean. Could be Fantoon over there. we still do need Morph for that. So with high jump, I don't know whether sky missiles would be logical. I don't think we can get there though, because I think we've tried almost every door to the left here. Oh, maybe this is the last one. And it's basement, so we need both morph and bombs to get to the top of ocean anyways, so at least from what we've seen. Maybe there's a way all the way around, but I don't think so from the top. So let's see, where will Potato go? Oh, he's going to the save here, which is okay. Alright. So you can peek the item here in Cathedral, but can't get it without morphs. And it's just missiles, so not a big deal. Would be nice to have 10, but just for opening door purposes, generally. Alright, we see Cack Alley. That is actually a room you could do with a cross-room jump, but not... I don't know if that's in medium, though. I don't think we're doing any cross-room jumps in medium. Ooh, okay, we find a pit room with screw attack, and that gives us gravity. So that is the progression here. We're just going to have to blind the bottom right door of West Ocean. So, good progress there for Potato. Don't think we've seen much water rooms, though, which is interesting. And ColdSlayer is the top of Turian here. This is we did see this blinded by Potato a little bit, so just making up a little time. Still no morph, so can't check this bottom item in Ocean, sadly. And back to Meridia for Potato. Gravity and missiles, fairly good here. Yeah, down to the bottom of Red Tower seems to be the next progression here. Hopefully they recall they have high jump to get down there, because right now they're just... I don't know where they're going here. They can't go up. If they can underwater wall jump up this, I'll be surprised. Oh, they have gravity now. What am I talking about? That's right. I forgot they had gravity for a second. Alright, we have gravity and Varia, so this room poses pretty much no threat. A little bit of spike damage, maybe. There's gravity for ColdSlayer, so both double suited now. Ooh, okay. We see Leodox. This is... I think it wants you to have space jump for this on the way back, technically. But they do have high jump and screw, so this is definitely close to logic, so... Only a minor sequence break here, if any. Oh, there's Morph. Wonder if it did want space jump for Morph there. But that is the best item they could have found here. Opens up more than anything else in the game in general. So we could go back to Ocean now on Potato here. And ColdSlayer following the same path here, so nicely routed by both of them. Not much difference between the two of them. A nice high five here in the spiky platform tunnel. Alright, so will we go straight back to the West Ocean here on Potato? I think that is the call here for them. Ooh, unfortunate drop down in Leodox here for ColdSlayer, taking a little bit of acid damage, but with a double tank, that is not a big deal. And that's Morph for both runners. Alright, Potato finds the top of bowling, not what you want to see. And what do we have on the left here? Just the Lonely Crab and Coliseum. Okay, we can do Coliseum. We have our nice gravity suit here. So no issues with that at all. All right. So we're still missing both supers and power bombs here. Oh, we got a caution door. Yeah, pre-pillars, Ridley, pre-pillars. Okay. So we can't get map, sadly, for Potato, but there is a morph check here, so that's not bad. Ooh, not the greatest morph check. We didn't want to see that at all. That is. I mean, it could still be useful for like what's it called? Microwave, but we will have to see what occurs. And ColdSlayer not far behind here. We'll likely find this X-ray as well. X-ray does not have any real logical use in medium, so just plain filler here. I'm surprised neither of them went back to Ocean with Morph. That is a very obvious check, but this ended up having a Morph check too, so not a terrible plan going this way for map 2. All right. So the big difference in time here is the reserve that ColdSlayer grabbed in BT. That was a significant time investment. Oh, I do that. Click X-ray. I didn't even notice we had a slot for that. So there we go. Ooh. So yeah, both of them now heading back to West Ocean, where we'll likely get supers or power bombs, I would expect. That is the most openings out of anything for us, those 2 items at this point. There's power bombs. Okay, so they could head right back to Meridia for the map now. Or they could try to continue into this map in Turian. Both options here. I think both are available now through basement and that pre-pillars room. Don't know which one will be better quite yet. We still do need supers though, so it'd be nice to find those. Whichever region has those is probably the better option here. Alright. Trying to farm up, I think, missiles here on ColdSlayer. Trying to use his screw attack to kill these bugs. They do die in 1 P shot though, so probably better just to shoot them in general. Alright. Killed all the rippers here on ColdSlayer, so trip to the top of Red Tower not hard now. There we go. And Potato should grab this map in just a second. He will be low on power bombs coming out of here. One thing that's often valuable is saving prior to map. I don't know if he did or not. Because if you save prior to map, generally it saves you time and ammo in this case. Ooh, gets a drop of power bomb, so the ammo does not matter. Quite nice drop from the bug there. Ooh, we get a super locked. 2 super locked. No, that one's not super locked. That one's just morph locked at the top. So 1 super locked major and 1 just plain gettable major. And yeah, he did save in the tower. So nice routing there by him. We do see 1 X below crate, I think. So we can get that X, which may be supers. This also could be supers at the top. There's a double item up here in the what's it called? Norfair Reserve Room. Took a wrong turn at Albuquerque there, though. bottom of the what's it called? Was the way. There we go. Yeah. Now he's on the right path. So if this is a major and supers, this is the best thing you could have. If this is just the major, it could just be a filler and nothing. So that'd be unfortunate. We get bombs, which is a nice find in general, and supers. Okay, so this is by far better than grabbing the X alone. We don't have full bomb jumping here in medium, so that is not technically our can fly for this logic setting. We can do, I think, like bombing up 4 tile high things in general, but that's about it. So ColdSlayer also got his save in the business center, so we'll see that revert and probably the same exact route as Potato. The question is, after that, will they go back to Meridia or not? If they don't go back to Meridia, they will be leaving behind probably Meridia and Norfair, so that would be a big risk in general. But killing Kraid here is the best decision. You have to clear the bosses before you leave the area. So, but will they leave behind Meridia? We have Brinstar, Rekship, Turian, and Criteria above us. So that's 4 regions. All right, not Turian, sorry. So 3 regions above us, 2 below. Nice quick kill from Potato there. And there's our bombs and supers for ColdSlayer. Ooh, more supers. So both of the X's or majors here did result in supers, so turned out to be okay either way. Checking the map here. Yeah, you don't want to go that way. You don't want to do reverse bot-toon. So, power bomb there, unnecessary from Potato. Could have gone back through the crumble block, but he has bombs, so the power bombs ammo management is a lot easier here in medium. One thing about medium is that it has early settings for bombs because there's no bomb jumping, so it puts those bombs into early logic for our runners, so they don't have to manage the power bombs and they don't have to bomb jump. The reason why it's not in early logic in hard is because if that happened, then we would have a lot of bomb jumping in hard logic. But so we do have one major back towards Meridia, which does incentivize them to go back there as well. To go through the top of ocean here. Yeah, double checking which direction to go. Wait, that is the wrong path. Yeah, got to go downwards. Yeah, got to have the basement rather than the attic. Unfortunate stand up there by ColdSlayer, but understandable. Ooh, not quite hitting the super missile there, so probably finish off with missiles here. There we go. So both have Kraid dead. One boss completed. The big decision here is, do they commit to Meridia Norfair or will they go to Brinstar here? There we go. Second tank for Potato finally. And Ice Beam. That is one of the better finds for our runners in general. And yeah, we are going back to Meridia here. So unfortunately, not really a great save heading towards this map, so you pretty much just have to commit down here. You don't really want to go through main hall for the save. That is a long way, and I think is a dead end. Yeah, pretty much a dead end over there. Well, no, I guess you can go back through the other way now with supers. So it's not the worst, but you do know the path to the map already, and this does not seem like a great route towards it, so pretty big detour for the save in general. But saving early and saving often is usually the best answer for our runners. Oh, okay. So double backing. Not gonna check what route below there is. So a very linear seed up until this point, and it looks like ColdSlayer will do the same thing of heading back down to Meridia, so we won't see a significant divergence between the two runners at this point. ColdSlayer is just blinding. He knows the way to map. Why is he going this way? I don't know why he's blinding here on ColdSlayer. This just leads back to the save through a gate glitch, so this is a pretty slow road in general. We'll see how his gate glitches are, though. Maybe not. Okay. Yeah. Little bit of misrouting there by ColdSlayer and McVanish, sadly. And, alright, we can get the major from this map fairly easily. So, yeah, both majors and into Norfair is probably the play here for Potato. There's a nice save right before Norfair, too. Yeah, ColdSlayer heading towards this map now, so just a little bit behind, but see if they can make up any time anywhere. Alright, what do we get here in this major? Ooh, that's a good find for our runners in Plasma. They'll both probably find this, so if they can find Charge, this is definitely not looking like any ammo seed. Looks like it'll be a beam seed. And ColdSlayer immediately off the map and into these majors. So very quick turnaround there. We'll see Plasma here for ColdSlayer in just a moment, and we'll have another major down here in Parlor in just a moment for Potato. Best thing that they could find here is Charge. That would give them full go mode at that point, other than one tank, which I think there's a tank next to this major, so this room might give them full go mode. Screw attack, allowing them to get through there, and it is Charge. So yeah, they're two regions giving them absolute go mode. Gonna have to fill up the reserve first. I imagine they'll probably get a safety tank here along the way too. Having that extra tank to just make sure you can take at least a little bit of onion rings or something from Mother Rain is often a good thing. Oh, we did get Plasma there for ColdSlayer. A little slow on that. So this looks to be a very, very quick seed and fairly linear. Didn't see if Potato saved before going into Norfair. If there's no bosses down here, the lack of save will hurt them. but the map is very close here. Technically, gate glitching out of logic here, so you should have wave for this map, but Potato just says, nope, I don't care, I'm getting the map. Oh, where is ColdSlayer going? Took a wrong turn at Albuquerque there. It's a couple wrong turns here for ColdSlayer. Trying to save time by not mapping can often lead to those wrong turns. But we'll get this charge beam now, and then both will be full go mode at that point. Another major here for Potato. Spring Ball. Really what they're looking for here is more than likely a speed booster. Just in case there's a what's it called? A speed lock somewhere like Decorah or Frog Speedway or some such. So it looks like there's another major down below us here. And here's ColdSlayer near the map here. I think they will try for this gate glitch as well. Yeah. Important tech to know here just for this map. There we go. Fairly good. And straight into Dragon here for Potato. So we'll have two bosses down here in a second. Has the full microwave here with plasma charge and X-ray. So, ooh, should use a super to kill off that turret here. There we go. And yep, setting up for the microwave. Not quite a single round there, but pretty close. Decent microwave in general. There we go. And there's a dead Dragon. Well done by Potato there. And we did get Spring Ball on ColdSlayer. So, very similar routes. And I guess since we haven't found space, we must not have needed space for Leos. I guess just screw and high jump is enough for that. Alright. And back through the blue hoppers here on Potato. Nicely done. Not too many hits there. Forgets about Spring Ball there for a second. Understandably. Everyone forgets about Spring Ball sometimes. And avoids the last major here. Do see them avoid it. Whereas ColdSlayer is heading down there for it. So if this is speed, it could be a huge divergence between the two runners. And of course, there's still good things like getting Wave Beam would be nice here for boss fights. Let's see, what do we get? Spazer. So that is the worst result for ColdSlayer here. Having both Spazer and Plasma is the worst thing you can have. So it turns out to be a good skip there from Potato. So quite a decent lead built up here in general for Potato. Just has to make it all the way back through Turian here. So the risk of not getting that major down here in Norfair saves Potato a good amount of time. It was quite far out of the way, so understandably skipped. And it looks like we'll take an alternate route than the one we took down here. Heading up the main street instead of a different direction. Having a good save along the way is nice too. Haven't saved for a while. Locking in that Dragon kill is also very good. ColdSlayer does take a decent amount of damage heading through that blue Hopper's room into Dragon. So hopefully you can one cycle this Dragon. Oh, they just went to the main street for the save alone. Okay. So just valuing that safety a little for Potato here. And not quite the single round there for ColdSlayer. There we go. Nicely done. 2 bosses done for both runners now. It's a good thing no one skipped this downwards play into Meridia. It had a lot of good stuff down here in the Plasma, Charge, and Dragon. So if you skip Meridia here, you get really punished in this seed. And we'll see if ColdSlayer skips all the saves to save time here. We do see Decor on the right side of Norfair, so we have at least one speed lock out of the way. Let's see if we have any speed locks in Meridia. Doesn't look like it. In Turian, no. So we still have Croc Speedway, we have Frog Speedway, we have Cratier Climb Supers. So that's 4 speed locks. We have Ice for Bottoon, pre-Bottoon, so we only have 3 speed locks to worry about. The other thing we might consider is Pants Room. Though that's another room we can't do right now. Well, not in medium, I don't think. But there's clips to get through, but grapple could be useful for that room. So, a couple things to be on the lookout in this seed in the future, possibly. All right. And it looks like we're getting close to Brinstar here for Potato, so into a new region shortly. So far, a very solid run from Potato. No real wasted time or energy. Skipping BT really helped. Skipping Spazer really helping. Just in general, very optimal route. Found the blind gravity slightly before ColdSlayer. Alright, how close is this Brinstar map here? And is it difficult to get to, or is it just a nice, easy map, straightforward? Just go left, go left. Looks like so far fairly easy. As long as there's no tricks. Could see map here in just a second. Alright. Yeah, very close to map now for Potato. And Bulb Mountain. So this is probably Fantoon. We did see at least one other left map. Oh yeah, we've seen 2 left maps actually. So this has to be Fantoon. Yeah, we saw one in West Ocean and one down in Norfair. So this is the last left map. And can we get a microwave shrimp here? Or microwaved. It's a flying ghost squid. Alright. Nice switch over. And nicely done. Nice microwave there by Potato. Got both microwaves in on this seed. Very well done. The Fantoon microwave is not the easiest. You do have to get your switch over to X-ray and charge up your charged beam before Fantoon comes back around on the screen. So very well done by Potato. So ColdSlayer is heading away from map here in Brinstar, actually. We get a major for free over by Fantoon here. I think ColdSlayer was hoping for a new area. And there's Grapple for Potato. That solves, what's it called? Pants room for them, in logic at least. So, don't have to worry about that room at all. Sadly, not much other use for this. Did we see anything else on this Bryn map? Is Ridley here? So we're seeing an alternate route from ColdSlayer here for this Bryn map. We'll see if it works out for them. Maybe giving up on that alternate route and heading back up. Yeah, so. There's power bombs there. Nice use of vanilla X-ray. Probably still just better just to power bomb in general and just grab the item. You have to use a bomb either way, so you still gotta wait for something to go off. Alright. Is valuing the X's a little bit just for easier fights. Maybe there is a Ridley Mother Brain situation here then. Did not see the map overall. Oh yeah, there's both bosses, so yeah, picking up those supers for what's it called? For those boss fights coming up. Let's see if we can find a farm between them, because they are very close together. Yeah, it doesn't look like... Well, they could do the bottom of Botwoon per farm, actually. It's not a terrible farm down there. Pants room is the room before Spring Ballroom in vanilla. So, like, you see Shack Tool and Pants room, that sort of area. Every room has some odd names. Alright, we get boss fight here for ColdSlayer. Switch over to their audio for it for a second here. See if they can get a nice microwave here. Getting 4 missiles in, actually. Misses the shot, though. Important thing is that angle up always hits angle up always hits Fantoon in that situation, so much easier way of microwaving in general. Yeah, as you can see, the switch over to microwave is not easy, but gets it done. Second try microwave there. And straight into another boss fight for Potato here. So 10 charge shots and then 20 supers here. I think we'll see that from Potato here. Right. Alright, so ColdSlayer gets the news of triple bosses in this Bryn Star. Have they seen ship is the question. We could see a blind escape here for both runners, actually. I don't think we've seen... oh, wait. No, ship is right here in Brinstar, actually. So, not a long escape either. Yeah. Just a slight trek through Ridley and Crockmire to get to the ship here after Mother Brain gets finished. Looks like. So this is part of the escape that you're seeing right now on Potato. So if you want to try and think about your escape timer guesses, it's coming up quite quickly here. One thing we might want to see from for Potato is a safety save and a farm. There's a farm below Aqueduct here. They do have a nice Zeb skip too. All right, straight into the farm, the safety save here. And ColdSlayer also grabbing the extra supers on his way to Ridley. Let's see. So we're not gonna, looks like we won't farm any extra supers here. So with the plasma ice, looks like they're confident enough. We'll have to take off screw attack, yeah. So very quick seed here for the two runners. And yeah, the ice without wave, one of the harder of the Zeb skips here. Nicely done second try. Can they manage the clip though? Getting some really high jumps there from Potato, so needs to really tap that jump on the clip. All right, there we go. Nicely Zeb skipped there from Potato, but not a lot of health extra for him for this fight. So not absolutely free. Yep, taking their time, making sure they don't take any extra damage from the Rinkas there. So we have 27 charge shots here, so kind of long for Potato. Got to play it pretty safe here. Take a little damage, but not a lot. Ooh. That's quite a bit of onion rings off the start here. Still has enough energy, though. Got 35 energy to spare. And we see Ridley at the same time for ColdSlayer. Looks like a fairly good Ridley here for ColdSlayer. And Potato has done a good job of avoiding Mother Brain's attack. Oh no, that's a reset from Potato. One thing I might have liked them to do is, there is a farm below this aqueduct. I think that would have been a good option for them. Get all those supers back up. It helps you with both the speed of your Mother Brain fight and the safety. So that death there and Mother Brain will cost them quite a bit of time there. But still a lead here for Potato. We'll see if ColdSlayer chooses to go with a little bit safer play here on this Mother Brain. Or whether they'll just send it like Potato did. Yeah, same shot count here for Potato. Still has to do 27 charge shots. Has a little bit of extra energy to work with here. Hopefully they can avoid these onion rings at the start. That was the big downfall here, other than the catch-up at the end. And yeah, ColdSlayer will take this safety save after Ridley. Just a good play. Alright. Alright, just a few more charge shots here for Potato. Think he's gonna get it this time. Yeah, there we go. So technically does have to take one hit to damage down. Oh no, wait, he doesn't have to take a hit. Has a reserve. It's a reserve, so doesn't have to damage down at all here. Checking out the escape here. Probably only like a minute long escape here for them. Let's see, can ColdSlayer hit this Zeb skip? Not the first try. Let's see about second try here. Ooh, a minute 45. That was a longer timer than I expected. Alright. So yeah, ColdSlayer is going for the farm here. This is what I was talking about. This is the safer play. Getting up to full supers will make the fight faster and safer for them. Ooh, only getting a little bit of farm there. Interesting. Would have thought full supers instead of just stopping at 10. Wouldn't take that long to get to full in general. Let's see. So, good setup there from ColdSlayer. Let's see if you can get these little hops here. This is the hard thing about a lot of Zeb skips, is getting that little hop into the crevice there, lodging yourself in the Zebitite. I thought that was good there from ColdSlayer. There we go. Nicely done. Alright, here comes another boss fight here, and Potato will finish with an official time of 46:55. Nicely done by Potato. Taking game number 1 of this Mentor Seed as ColdSlayer comes into Mother Brain. So we get 23 shots here from ColdSlayer, and then 7 supers. 7 supers is the exact amount you need to finish off from catch-up time. So it's a nice number to have in general. Nice dodge of the onion rings. Alright. Yeah, switch over to supers, avoid the catch-up, and has enough health. Just, I think in his yeah, he should have enough health in his reserve. It's not full, so we'll see, but I think he has enough health there. Yeah, okay, good. So, we'll get to see both runners finish out in this first race here. Only about a 2-minute difference between them. A little bit better routing from Potato. Little bit better boss fights here from ColdSlayer in general, because of the catch-up beam that Potato took at the end of his run. But overall, a linear seed here for our first matchup. We'll see what mode we get next here in a second. But we'll take a short break between them. Yeah. This room, the Key Hunter stairs here, without power bombs, takes quite a while to get up. So that's why we had a longer escape than I thought it would be. And there we go. ColdSlayer will also finish out the race with an official time of 49:53. Hello, hello. Welcome back to our second match here between Potato and ColdSlayer in our mentor tournament. We have chosen our objectives as Chozos. So we have Acid Chozo, Bowling, Bomb Chozo, and the Golden Chorizo. So we start off with no items here on our medium seed. So we'll see how difficult this seed is. Should be a little bit harder than the last one. We did start off with high jump and screw. That made a lot more things logical than are available here. All right, straight off. Both go right. Both pick up all the B-toms on the way through almost. And yeah, that's a reset. Can't go to the Magdalite room. Definitely not viable on medium with one tank. Technically, zero tank is doable through Magdalite, but on medium logic, never expected to do that. All right, both going from Turian right into Brinstar here. Oh, power bombs. Okay, so we got power bombs before even morph, and then big pink. So likely to get morph here and be able to get 3 items, I would expect. Not much difference between either runner here. Yeah, filler E-tank at the top here, as would be expected. And then probably morph at the bottom, I would expect. Yeah, there we go. There's morph. And do we get anything good at the bottom? We get Spazer. We do get something good at the bottom. That great item. All right. Can we get to this map is the question. We will see the bottom of big pink here for Potato, and not the bottom of big pink here for ColdSlayer. So pretty big divergence. Potato finds Meridia, which also has a check with the current items here. So we'll see if it's anything good. Oh, and also Meridia map is right here. Could be Fantoon though, so we'll see. Ooh, we get bombs. That's a nice find. Again, medium logic has early bomb set for so we don't have to manage our power bombs very hard. And because bomb jumping is not infinite, bomb jumping is not logical here in medium. That is a good thing. Ooh, we get free mate. Oh no, that's a waterway. So we need speed to get the major on the left. And then the top of Red Tower. Can we get there? No, we need missiles for Red Tower. So can't get to either major here in Meridia, looks like, yet. But we should be able to find some form of missiles somewhere. All right. So ColdSlayer's still in Brinstar trying to get this map. Looks like they will be able to get it. So each with their own maps. We'll see if anything good is here in Brinstar. Oh, what did we get, actually? We got a major. I didn't even notice on ColdSlayer. I was too busy looking at that Meridia. What did we get? Oh, we reset, actually. We might get to see that once again. Yeah, looks like we will get to see that major again. I think it was through here, and then he dived down the one-way for it, so he has to recollect it either way. And yeah, Potato is back up here in Bryn, as expected, without anything. Oh, there's speed. So if we go down to that was speed that he got. So can go down to Meridia and actually get a major down there. I wonder if there's any. But we do see one of our objectives is here in Brinstar. We do see the bowling room, and actually we get to see Mother Brain. Don't know if we scrolled all of them. Oh, we do see BT too on the map. Okay. Looks like a fairly difficult route to BT here. We need a lot of water movement to get to BT. There is fish tank, the 3-tile sand hall, and pre-Botwoon. So that is a lot of requirements to get up there. So we won't be doing BT for a long time. Luckily, we do have to come back here either way with Mother Brain being here, so no matter what, we're doing other regions first. Ooh, okay. We do see Potato in... What is this? Is Turian again? Ooh. The map looks fairly difficult to get up there. Still hasn't gotten this map here in Brinstar, which is available if you go down a one-way, so... Would like to see him try and get that. So, this map is not going to be easy to get. I guess if he skips the middle door there, it's more likely. So yeah, good planning there by Potato this time. We'll see this Turian map as well. So lots of maps so far for both runners. Ooh, major and double chamber, not an easy one. Well, you only have to do double chamber technically, but you do need actually well, without supers you can do only double chamber, but with supers you can do the crab hall first, but still not an easy major to get there. So ColdSlayer does have this Meridia map, which is means he can get to the major and waterway. Luckily, Potato will find this speed and probably get this Bryn map, so he may end up heading down here to Meridia once again. Oh, wait. Is ColdSlayer leaving? Why isn't he getting the waterway major? Yeah, ColdSlayer overlooking the waterway major is pretty big, unless they misrouted. They're heading back down. Yeah, I think they just misrouted or something. I'm not sure what was the deal there. But Potato heading back for speed now, after getting the Bryn map. And likely head straight back down. Yeah, I think we've had a couple misroutes from ColdSlayer in the last match, so... Oh, unfortunate drop down there for Potato. That's a couple drop downs in a row, actually, that he's had. First one probably for Matt, but second one definitely not on purpose. And Varia. All right. That is a good find here for ColdSlayer. So that definitely puts that double chamber major in logic now. Of course, ColdSlayer doesn't know how to get to that one yet. He does not have the map. Nice wall jump there for Potato here. Hopefully they can get back across too. No. Can they get back from here? That drop down. Yeah, I don't know if they can get back from here, actually, because there's Botwoon locking the bottom of what's it called? The that room he dropped down just now. Decora E-Tank? Edekun E-Tank? Edekun E-Tank. So technically you'll need quite a bit of ammo. There is another Meridia connector though, so maybe possibly he can get back there from the other Meridia entrance. Alright. ColdSlayer doing the very slow method of getting through Wasteland here. We'll see if it pays off for him. Why? I don't know why he's doing Wasteland here. Would seem like just for missiles, not really probably necessary here. Would expect. Okay, he's technically locked in here now. Oh no, does he have bombs? He has bombs, yeah, so he's fine. Just need the health drop to get out there. Forgot that they got bombs there in Rex Ship Shaft. So Potato's kind of on a bad route here, sadly. Going to have some issues. Can't get back through here. They'll find that out in a second, so they'll probably reset and have to grab the speed once again. Very fascinating way of getting first missiles here for ColdSlayer. Definitely not, I don't think the intended way to get the first missiles. Would not expect that to be required in medium, how he got those first missiles. All right. Heading for another major is ColdSlayer here. And there's Speed Booster, correctly grabbed by Potato. So he's on his way, as long as he finds his way back to Meridia here. Hopefully they remember that waterway. All right, ColdSlayer getting the missile count back up to 5. With only 5 missiles, you pretty much every time you see a farm room, you need to grab all 5 every time. So makes a lot of sense that he farmed there. All right, so use the power bomb here to clear out the rippers and preferably get the top done. There's out 3 of the 5. And he's up to the top of a red tower. Nicely done. So we see Baby here. It'll be interesting going down, actually. This is without a reserve. Technically, those rippers are very dangerous. And high jump's a nice find in general. Surprised he didn't keep going. There is an X past that major there, so technically he could have checked that for a super, which would have been a good idea. All right. So, gotta be a little careful on ColdSlayer here. Probably lay a power bomb just to clear some rippers. Hopefully get a health drop. Yep, there's a health drop. That's a nice thing. Makes it safe to go down once again. Can Potato get this waterway item? Not the easiest strat, actually. It's not that short of a short charge, but the spark is not also easy here. A lot of people mess it up. It's got that little water really messes with your jumping down there, as we can see. So where will ColdSlayer go next with his high jump is the question. There we go. So ColdSlayer now will get this high jump, or Varia, and then he does know about double chamber, so he might end up going back there instead of exploring more of this Meridia. Well, we will see. Still looking for supers on ColdSlayer. There is one X down here in Meridia. Surprised he didn't take the other route down the green pirate shaft. Could have gotten a couple missiles for free. Which are likely the logical missiles that are much easier to get in general, but further away, so. Oh, more power bombs, so. Still looking for those supers is ColdSlayer. He did leave behind an X back in Cathedral. Here in Meridia. And yeah, Potato is heading back to, looks like double chamber maybe. Still lacking those missiles. So we'll see which route proves better. Up here in Bryn or down here in Norfair. Ooh, okay, so Aqueduct in Norfair will be definitely, this is out of logic. I don't think Crossroom Sparks are in medium in general. Does die in pre-pillars there, sadly. I think he was trying to dive for that Norfair map, but gets killed off, so unfortunate. Yeah. So looks like instead of heading down, we will head back up Red Tower. This is where he left behind an X, so maybe he'll grab this X. Was this supers? Oh, Potato might have found supers, actually. This might be logical supers right here. I don't remember. Oh, no, this is power bombs. Never mind. I thought those might have been supers. But still good to have an extra pack of power bombs in general. But yeah, this should lead him to at least a major. I think we had the major and double chamber, and a major way over on the right. But we do need missiles to get either of them, so technically we can get missiles if we come through the other entrance. We did come through. Oh, we get Spring Ball. Okay. Spring Ball is actually a good find here. I think it's. Oh, he never had high jump, so. Still need missiles to get through this side. If he goes back to the other side of the world, he can get missiles, but. Looks like ColdSlayer did not get the supers he wanted there in Cathedral, so. Did end up resetting. Didn't see what happened to him technically. I was a little bit busy. Alright. Well, there's another X over here in Musketeers. I wouldn't expect that to be in medium. But yeah, still on the lookout for these supers. Where are our supers? And this will be our first missiles for Potato. Definitely more likely to be the logical ones than the ones that ColdSlayer got. And ColdSlayer will get this Turian map finally. And Potato will probably head down to these two majors in Turian. think you can get both of them here. Double check that. Just a second. Yeah, he should be able to get both here. And ooh, the X here is probably gettable, but I don't know if it's in medium logic technically. Oh, and there's we have G4 up to another major, so yeah, this high jump spring might, if ColdSlayer goes up to criteria first, this could be pretty big for him. Oh, he will not go to criteria actually, so missing out on the spring ball. So both have a single jump assist here, which is pretty significant actually. If they had double, that is a very big deal. Well, space jump is good for Potato here. You'll likely go to the right still for the other major here. Might get the X at the bottom left too. I would expect them to at least check it here. I think they can get back. I don't know if it's in logic for medium here. It has a cross-room jump into the West Cack Alley. So I would expect it to be logical in hard, but I don't think... All right. So luckily for ColdSlayer, everything in here drops missiles. He does not have to leave. Everything here drops missiles. Yeah. You can farm up the little fire blobbles that these Magdalites drop, so we'll see another major here for Potato, though. Yeah, both of them heading around with... oh, did we die on ColdSlayer there? Did not see what happened in Magdalite there. Oh, grapple. Oh. So, still... We got a lot of water movement, actually, in this seed. As soon as we get to all of it. Technically, if we were in a higher level seed, I would expect them to be able to do every water room without any other items. Technically, if they get high jump, spring, grapple, and space, pretty much every room would be doable at high level. Oh, okay, we just reset Magdalite. Interesting. It's not the easiest farm to do, but still. Yeah, he'll farm here in double chamber instead. Easier farm with the Kago there, for sure. Yeah, we definitely need So Potato needs to head up to Red Tower. Oh, there's our first supers, and this is the cross-room jump I was talking about. Can he manage it? It might have wanted them to have both high jump and spring for this, is what I'm thinking. But this is possible. They can just manage this cross-room jump. That's all they need to do. Little late on the jump there. Need to jump just before the door. And really it's just, after you get the jump, it's just hold right. You don't have to do anything else, I don't think. I think that's enough runway where you just hold right and you'll be fine. You either hold right and wall jump off the right wall at the end. Yeah, I think they're making it a little bit more complicated than it needs to be here. But yeah, they do reset. I don't think that's logical. I think that is, they would want spring and high jump for that. But that might be the logical supers, so. But we do have space jump and grapple for both runners. Both runners with a single type of jump assist, spring versus high jump. So we'll see who can get to the second one faster. I think, I mean, both are going to be pretty long trips in general, so Don't know who's at an advantage here, or whether ColdSlayer can actually do the crossroom jump. We will have to see. But yeah, after they get both jump assists, they can get a major up G4 and those supers. So that's what we're really looking at here. And yeah, I think Potato just seeing that major in up red tower is where he will head right now. Probably check that X as well and be disappointed, same as ColdSlayer was. So quite a difficult siege for our two runners here. Yeah, we will see. Maybe try this crossroom jump for ColdSlayer. See if he can manage it. High jump does not make this easier, by the way. This is actually should turn off high jump for this crossroom jump. Yep, there he goes. Speed booster does help though, so not a big deal that way. All right, late on the jump there. A little early on this jump. I think they both should still get both jump assists, so this is honestly not a great play, this crossroom jump. Because they probably do want the major up G4 in general. And this is like directly next to the G4 anyways, so it's not a really good play to stay here on the crossroom jump. Ooh, maybe they don't have enough runway for the single right press. Maybe they do have to do the turnaround there. I'm not sure. It is a quite short runway there. But yeah, there's the reset. It's the right decision here. Hopefully they just blind into criteria, just checking for more items, which will get them that spring ball. There's high jump for Potato, and yeah, he's heading over to that X as well. Might as well check it while you're up here. More power bombs. Not what he wanted to see, but I mean, still have to grab it. There's a lot more things over here, but they're so far away that they'll just avoid them in general. I would expect. Well, looks like they're heading for this E-tank, actually, which is kind of surprising. You're likely to find your E-tanks along the way. So one good thing that Potato could be doing here is grapple kills everything in this room in one shot, so using Spazer here is not the best move. Grapple would be much faster in general. But ColdSlayer is heading over to Criteria, so we'll get his double jump assist pretty quickly here. And maybe head straight back here for the Major and the Super Missiles, where Potato went for a little bit of a side trek here. This trek through these few rooms is quite long. For a single E-tank. Yeah. Here's ColdSlayer. We'll find Spring Ball. So, both have the double jump assist now. So, both should be heading back now to the West Cack Alley, and the major up G4. ColdSlayer could do things in C with a lot of spring ball jumps, but better play, head back here. You don't have the supers, so that's quite an important item to leave behind. So this turned out to be better for ColdSlayer, more than likely. He's already back at G4 and supers, so the side trek to the E-Tank costing Potato quite a lot of time. Maybe he was trying for a reserve so he could have some health heading into Red Tower. Possible, maybe. I don't know. Oh, wait. Fuck. Did ColdSlayer go up G4 there? Or no? Or is that not G4? Maybe there's another elevator. Oh, there is another elevator. Understandable. I thought that was G4 too. Wrong elevator. Getting tricked by all the elevators in Turian here. They all look the same after all. Every elevator is the same, isn't it? Alright. So, what major will we get up here is the question. Ooh. Oh, bad death there by ColdSlayer. Don't think he lost any progression, but still pretty costly in terms of time. Wait, did... Oh, he lost high jump. Oh, that is a big death actually then. Or spring ball, sorry. Lost spring ball, so has to trek all the way back. Quite unfortunate here. Alright. Potato trying for a different super pack here, I think. I don't think he's ever checked this one down here. Hasn't checked Norfair as well, so understandable check down here. Yeah, this seed is turning out to be a much harder seed than the last one. There we go. So ColdSlayer will still probably make it back to supers before Potato here because of another detour by Potato here. Yeah, we're collecting literally all the power bombs before we find single supers, sadly. Alright, looks like Potato will maybe dive down for this Norfair map. And there's Spring Ball once again for ColdSlayer, and then he has the long backtrack all the way to supers here once again. Hopefully we don't run into any issues. Alright, let's see. Can Potato get to this Norfair map? No supers, so can't do this room unless he gets bailed out. Nope. So he could still go to the bottom of pillars for the map if he wants to. Still a very valuable thing to have, this map. But the problem is if this is Fantoon, he's going to have to double dip because he can't keep this map no matter what. And he needs to keep that Fantoon kill for bowling, so it's like he's turning around. Alright. Looks like ColdSlayer did save his spring ball this time, which is a good thing. Yeah, that powerhouse is not a free room for sure. So it's a good thing that he saved there. Little death there for Potato, but not the worst. He was just had a little bit of backtracking to do anyways, so. Oh, is he going back down for everything? It's not real. None of the stuff down here is necessary. It's just nice to have. So going back down is an interesting play. All right. There we are. We're up to G4 here for ColdSlayer. Get the spring ball jump up the elevator here. Nicely done. Oh, he didn't have the missiles. Oh no. Let's see. Does he go back for the supers now and then up the elevator? That would be my decision here. Go down for the supers, then up to the top. Now that you have spring ball, you can get those supers pretty easily. All right. Looks like Potato's going to try the speed booster in this aqueduct here, which is all right. See what we get here. We get some, I think, out of logic supers here, which is nice. Oh, he went right back up with missiles. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. What is our major here? Hopefully something good for them. Screw attack. Okay. I mean, it makes a lot of heated rooms fairly free. So it's nice to have, but not really what he wanted to see more than likely. Gonna take some pancake hits here for ColdSlayer. But there's a nice farm up top, so not a big deal here. So Potato now with his supers, heading down more toward this Norfair map. With high jump and spring, the aqueduct climb not too bad now. So I think should be fairly confident in doing that, and the right side Sparky's already shown, so. But will ColdSlayer go up this main street is the question. With a spring ball and high jump, definitely possible in criteria here to go up. So we might see Norfair versus criteria for our two runners here. Wonder where this gravity is. And where is Fantoon? Fantoon is going to be a super important find this seed, with bowling being one of the objectives. Alright, wave beam for Potato. That puts a lot of gates into logic for our runners. Ooh, so we get Plasma Spark Room. We can do this definitely with our double jump assist here. Don't technically need double jump assist to do any of the jumps here, but does definitely make it easier if you're not super confident in your ledge grabs and stuff. There we go. Quite a long distance towards this Norfair map. And yeah, ColdSlayer looks to be heading up to criteria here, so we do get a big divergence between the runners. Both with the same majors, though, pretty much. The wave is the only difference. Oh, wave and screw, sorry. So, both with a little bit of alternate routes. Nice cross-room jump there by ColdSlayer, getting up to the middle of Main Street. And there is our map. Is this Fantoon? Yes, it is. One thing about Fantoon is he will always switch to the room with the most or the least doors, with 2 single tile rooms on either side. So we do see 2 majors up here in Criteria, which is nice to see for ColdSlayer. If these are good majors, could make his route better than Potatoes, but we will have to see. Because this Fantoon is very important. What we want to see for ColdSlayer is gravity and probably a charge up here if we want to make this a close race. There's gravity, so yeah, that's a great find for ColdSlayer, and it does definitely encourage them to go up this way with what we had in the for Bomb Chorizo was Fish Tank, Pre-Batoon, and the 3-tile Sand Hall, which is a nasty sequence of events, so this gravity is pretty necessary. Otherwise, you will have to do some pretty intense tricks to get to Bomb Chorizo. Yeah, and you would need to find ice if you don't get gravity. So ice is something to look out for Potato. If he gets that, he could go without gravity, technically. It's just not fun. So what will we get for Potato here? One objective, so no matter what, 2 objectives actually, and 2 majors. Hopefully there's charge here for him. I do hope for Potato's sake that there is charge here for him so he doesn't have to double dip for GT. That would be the worst case scenario for Potato. Right now he has a very low super missile count, so technically GT is doable, but it's not really fun. Oh, there's charge. So yeah, we're gonna either probably see a super missile fight on GT for Potato. It's possible, and it's as long as you get into position, it's pretty free, but it's long. Yeah, I think that's all the objectives too. So yeah, hopefully we don't see any more zones for ColdSlayer. The best thing you could find in the wrecked ship is plasma at this point, and ice. Ice and plasma are still fairly valuable, so if those are there, that would be good. But we do have how many majors in Norfair? We're getting low on majors, so we have 1, 2, 3 majors in Norfair, and yeah, we have 1, 2, 3. Actually, that is probably the rest of the majors. Yeah, that's the rest of the majors. So wrecked ship literally has nothing. No bosses, no majors. Hopefully the map is fast if he goes that way. Alright, Potato gonna collect some miners here on his way to GT. A good plan. Halfway to full super kill on GT now. With half, that is a fairly good amount. That means you only have to do a 1 farm cycle now, technically. So that's not too bad for a GT super only fight. But oh, have we seen ship actually? Meridian map we have? No. Turian map we have? Nope. Criteria map we have? Nope. Brinstar map we have? Nope. Yeah, yeah, looks like ship is in wrecked ship, so Could be valuable to get that map first before doing the escape, but we will see. So it does have something of value, at least, if he does end up going there. He could get that ship information. But we'll have to see if he heads over that way. It looks like he's not going there. I think the Brinstar does connect direct ship, so he's just avoiding it. So looks like no one will end up in wreck ship at any point, more than likely. Well, I mean, Potato still has the opportunity to go there, but we will see if he does. He does know where all the bosses are. It's just getting to BT that's the problem. He needs ice for that. And ice is here in Norfair, so it's not terrible for him. He does need a lot of ammo to complete the game, though, because we do know charge is up in criteria. So quite interesting divergence from each runner. I do say ColdSlayer is probably in the lead right now, though. So we'll switch over to his audio here. Because he has the gravity and charge. Those are crazy advantages to have at this point. Right now, I would not feel very confident in Potato's ability to get to Bomb Chorizo. Well, he can't right now, but even with ice, it's extremely slow going to Bomb Chorizo. So right now, Potato should probably just, honestly, the easiest way to do this is just turn off Spazer and Wave here and just fire up. Just turn them off, fire straight up, and jump. Yeah, that's what the plan is. Turn off Wave and Spazer. Turn off both. Yeah, turn them off, both. And then just fire straight up to farm. And then just jump with GT. Yeah. It's perfectly safe. You just stand here and jump. And it's quite lucky he has less than 30 soup missiles. So if you have more than 30 missiles with GT, you'll do the sonic boom attack. So it's a good thing to know here. There we go. I don't know if he'll kill here. He did start off with 14 supers, so he might need one more farm. Yeah, the lack of a single super here. He should only need 2 or 3 supers here to finish off. There we go. He definitely has enough now. There we go. Nice kill there for Potato. First objective completed. We were done with our previous seed at this point, which is hilarious. Just goes to show you how different each seed can play out. We get an extremely pretty linear, easy seed for the first seed, and now we have an extremely difficult, long, diverging seed for the second. So yeah, Potato will likely head down for Acid Chozo now. Getting up to Crab Shaft. You can do that with the crossroom jump. Or spring ball jumps. So multiple ways to get back up from here. Yeah. Here's our... Technically, Fantoon is also an objective, so with bowling being one of them too. But there we go. 2 objectives done for Potato. And the 5th objective being completed by ColdSlayer here. So, Potato, if he remembers where BT is here, he should definitely grab every major he can here. Because he still does need that gravity pretty badly, or ice requirement here for him. But he is avoiding majors right now, so the major to the bottom right Pretty big. I mean, it is far out of the way, so I kind of see why he's not going for it. But if that's ice, that is one of his bailouts here for not having to go up to criteria. But if ice is at the top of Aqueduct, then this is the better route in general. So, how capable are we of getting up this crab hole is the question. It either requires a double spring ball jump, which is in expert, or a crossroom jump, which is in very hard. Oh, we don't have much. Oh, the runway on the right is not too bad, I think. So, technically possible to do crossroom jump. Ooh, unfortunate anger here from ColdSlayer. Yeah, not got this double spring ball jump that time. You gotta be very precise with your first spring ball jump. You gotta pause and then delay your jump pretty quick, like pretty long for the first spring ball jump. You can pause first and then jump. What he's doing right now is jumping and then pausing, which is will not let you pause enough times in general. There we go. ColdSlayer does have the 5th objective down now. So Potato has accomplished 2 objectives right now, so he doesn't want to lose them. He should have probably grabbed the majors before dropping down Crab Hole. Like, that would have been the better play, because with ice, Crab Hole is way easier. You just do a single spring ball jump, a flatly, many other things. So the fact that he left behind the beach major before coming down here was a very risky play in general, and it is costing him a lot of time here. Yeah, as you can see, having a lot of difficulty getting up this crab hole with double spring ball jump. Just unfortunate roading from our Potato team here. They still do have one major they could get down here that could be ice and could make this a lot easier. I would expect the major up at beach to be ice though, but it could be either one because technically ice is filler a lot of the time. Yeah, just really struggling with double spring ball jumping here. Would not expect him to really do it in general. This is something that I would put beyond the mentor tournament in general, but be a good attempt if they can. All right, so ColdSlayer delaying his entrance into. I guess we have 4 majors actually. So, oh, we have Screw Attack on available. So technically, we're missing 1 major. So 1 major could be in Wreck Chip. I just realized that now. So ice doesn't have to be in North Ferrier, but it very well could be. We have 2 majors here and 1 in Wreck Chip. Looks like ColdSlayer will go up for the major before even trying GT, which is probably a good play. If this is Plasma up here, it makes GT so much faster. Even Ice makes it quite a bit faster. Oh, X-Ray. Not what you want to see. Technically, X-Ray is also a way up Crab Shaft. X-Ray climbing probably easier than this double spring ball jump. Yeah, I think WordSlayer is right now teaching Potato how to do the double spring ball jump. So we are learning here in the mentor tournament after all, so And looks like ColdSlayer will go down for this last major as well. Either Plasma or Ice here. Probably hoping for Plasma with GT here. Ooh, this one might actually work out for Potato here. Maybe slightly late. It looked okay there, though, for Potato. It almost looked like he got it there. Yeah, this will not work out. He's actually pressing jump on the second pause there, and if you press jump while you have Spring Ball off, you do unmorph. So something you gotta be careful of in your double Spring Ball jumps. You do not want to press your jump button on the second pause. Only the first and third ones. All right. So ColdSlayer in position now. Did not get the actual major on the bottom right, actually. Went straight to GT, which was kind of surprising. Because Asachozo is below, so technically you got to go down towards that anyways. Alright. So, this charge beam kill a little slower than farming the supers, I think, but not like significantly. So, a nice GT kill there by ColdSlayer in general. And taking the safety tank just for fun. Just slightly too slow there by Potato. Fairly close, but it's like an okay first spring ball jump there. You really do have to delay that till you're almost in the pause screen there. And this one actually does look good. This double spring ball. Nicely done. Very well done. Finally getting up that crab hole. He still does need a lot of ammo to finish the seed, and ice. So technically, ice or gravity still required for Potato. Hopefully they remember that for Bomb Chorizo. But yeah, leaving that one major behind. Both of them have done that. And both Acid Chozo and GT done for both runners. So both essentially have the 3 out of 5 done. The Phantoon being the 5th bonus objective here. But a significant lead here for ColdSlayer due to gravity. So Potato will snail climb to the top of Aqueduct for the X-ray scope here. And be fairly disappointed in that. Still a good job by Potato, escaping with his 2 boss kills there. Definitely a good feat, and something he can use in future races now that he's accomplished that. Alright, a little bit more tanks here for ColdSlayer. They don't have to kill Ridley this time, so technically all they have to worry about is Mother Brain right now. And with this beam combo and the amount of supers they have, it's a about 40 shot fight, 43-ish shot fight. So not a super long fight, but we'll also have to see if they have runway for Mother Brain. All right, let's check that. We do have Mother Brain information after all. No, they don't have a runway, so they need ice for a Zeb skip. So they'll either have to find a farm nearby to kill the Zebatites or find ice on their travels, which is unlikely at this point because I don't think either of them are going to wreck ship. And they both skip the major at the bottom of Warfare. So likely to see a Zebatite kill here for both runners. So hopefully there's a nice farm near Mother Brain. Alright. So Potato... Oh yeah, there could be a major in BT. That is true. He does hide items. We don't know. I would expect it more in Wreck Chip, but you never know. BT could be hiding that ice beam after all. You never know. That's a good point from our chat. But yeah, it would be super good for both runners here for ice. That would allow Potato to technically finish the seed if he's willing to do some nasty water movement. But ColdSlayer gonna have a much easier time here with gravity. That criteria just paying off big in general. Alright. Alright. ColdSlayer is collecting a lot of extras here. Probably a little worried about his Mother Brain here. Wants to get up to a little bit more supers. Each super does cut out like 11 charge shots or so that's pretty good. Or 11? Yeah, about 11, give or take. Maybe more, actually. 13? Yeah, 13 or so charge shots or something like that. So, pretty valuable for Mother Brain in general. But ColdSlayer heading directly to the last two objectives. Yeah, you have to have gravity or ice. Yeah, the pre-Bottoon Hall is the nasty factor there. They also have the 3-tile sand hall on the way there and fish tank. So these are not rooms you want to do without gravity. All three of them are pretty rude. I would imagine that maybe they could do both the pre-Bottoon and fish tank right now, but Bottoon Hall still out of logic or out of bounds for Potato unless they're willing to do some really intense tricks like crystal flash clipping or spike suiting, but I don't expect either of them. And here is the third objective for ColdSlayer. He gets to put down his controller for a good 30 seconds, take a long break, stretch, get some water. So, where is Potato heading here? We're an X, so that'll give him 25 supers technically here. But I don't know if he's really read the path to bomb Trezo here. very well because he should be heading for more majors at this point. I mean, there's Wreck Chip kind of on the way here for ColdSlayer, so it looks like they will check this. Grab the X on the way to Wreck Chip and check Wreck Chip at the same time. Ooh, nice super for ColdSlayer. Oh, he's just going down also for another X in the sand pit, so just collecting ammo, which is a good decision. Will make him a lot more confident in this Mother Brain. There we go. There's the full super fight for Mother Brain here. Won't actually check that Wreck Chip. Thought he might with ship being not found, but unlikely to check it now. Alright, so what is Potato's decision here? Yeah, I mean, I was kind of surprised ColdSlayer didn't grab it because he has gravity and the traversal to the next major, not that long, but it was either plasma or ice at that point, so both are very good and make your fights way better. But that's their decision. Both would have saved a lot of. Well, I guess at that point it could have been X-ray too, but I mean, whichever. All right, looks like having some issues routing towards this BT for ColdSlayer here. Took wrong. Oh, did he grab X-ray before heading down? Okay, then he knew that that was either plasma or ice, and that was kind of a strange skip at that point. And of course, Potato has so many majors left that he doesn't know it could be ice, but he should be checking every major. Really. All right, we go right past BT. Get to go through all the difficult water rooms here. Yeah, the 3-tile sand hall. One of the most item-intensive water rooms there is in map Rando. You can do it with high jump and spring ball, but not an easy trick, or you can do it with high jump and ice, but again, not easy tricks there. Not even hard. That sand hall from left to right does require gravity and hard. And this is only medium, so. But ColdSlayer with his gravity making easy work of all of the rooms, and has speed for this hallway. And there's third objective completed for Potato here. Alright, one missile at BT, so most common item at BT, nothing special, wasn't hiding anything fancy. Ooh, charge beam kill a BT, not something you often see here. But still a very easy fight. And off to Mother Brain, ColdSlayer goes. So he will have to kill the Zebs here. Well, I guess he could charge shot it too, but that's quite a few charge shots if he chooses to kill Zebs and go right in. He'll use about, what is it? Probably 3 supers per Zeb, so that's 12 supers down, and then 15 for Mother Brain 1, probably. So you'd be at about half his supers at that point, which results in a fairly good amount of charge shots. So I expect him to maybe clear the Zebs, farm, and come back. That'd be the safest maneuver here. Okay, so Potato looks to be heading into Wrecked Ship here, more than likely. Searching for gravity or ice. Preferably gravity for him, but we know that's way up in criteria, so we hope ice is over there in Wrecked Ship for him. Oh no, he's just grabbing more X's. What? Okay. Does he not see the path to BT? I wonder if they just overlooked the path to BT. Quite an easy thing to do in general. So they have skipped a couple majors here that they could have gotten. Or at least one. And are avoiding going into Wrecked Ship a couple times now. We get up to 35 supers for ColdSlayer here, which is quite nice. Where are they headed now? Oh, just to the save. Safety save. Good idea. I'm surprised they didn't kill Zebs before farming and resaving, but maybe they'll go for the charge kill now. That is a good about 30 shots for charge kill if you Zeb skip and head right into the kill. It's not the worst, but not the best either. But they do have the safety tanks here with double suit, so would expect them to be okay with it, maybe. Thought they might do 2 and 3, but they're going for like 4 and 2 for each Zeb. So saving a few supers here. Yeah, without ice, these Rinkas cause major issues. Alright, so have to make up for 7 supers here, so each charge shot is worth about a third of a super, so we'll see about 21 charge shots, give or take. So get your thoughts in for this escape. It's not actually a super long escape. Ship is over in Wrecked Ship somewhere. It's pretty random. We don't know where Ship is yet, so it could be a minute or it could be 2 minutes, depending on how big Wrecked Ship is. I'm gonna put a good guess of 2 minutes in, just because it's medium. Alright. Nice easy fight for ColdSlayer here. He did get all his shots in now. And Potato struggling here in the pits for this super missile. I wonder, like, still doesn't have a way to get to BT, which is surprising. Alright. 130. 130 exactly, huh? So, where is our ship? Has to be pretty close in Wrecked Ship, actually. Looks like it's not too far along in that Wrecked Ship. Be pretty close there. Potato finally gets his super missiles there in the sand pit. taking a good look at this route to BT now for Potato. All right, ColdSlayer finally into Wreck Chip. The end of the seed here. Chip should probably be pretty close to these rooms. Probably. Yeah, there we go. One room into Wreck Chip. And GG to ColdSlayer. Taking game number 2. So we're all evened up here. I think, yeah, we just see a forfeit from Potato there. Not very close to finishing the seed without ice or gravity there. But official time for ColdSlayer of 1:14:49. And we will see you in just a moment for game number 3. Bye-bye, everybody. Hello. Welcome back to game number 3 of our mentor tournament match between Potato and ColdSlayer. We have Potato mentored by Words and ColdSlayer mentored by McVanish. I am Change, and welcome in. So first match, we had a very linear seed. It was they got everything in pretty much a standard order. They just got a couple suits and then got the ammo and then were off on their way. Grabbed plasma and charge and had an easy time of it. Second seed was more of a slog where they had to find both jump assists just to do much of anything in the seed. And then ColdSlayer managed to find gravity, whereas Potato did not, which cost him big in that race. It was a Norfair versus Criteria play, and turned out Criteria was way superior because of gravity. Don't know where ice was that seed, which could have been a good bailout for Potato, but gravity was still fairly necessary for Bomb Chorizo. But we're off to a running start here. We get one of the first objectives. This is a mini boss seed, so Crocomire is one of our 4 objectives. We have Platoon, Croc, GT, and Spore Spawn. So we do need quite a bit of items to complete the seed. If Faria would be very nice for GT, and Platoon not easy for most people. There's Varia, so that is. We did see them actually complete GT with very minimal items last seed, so I wouldn't expect any different this seed. All right. Wave Beam found but reverted for Potato, so nice find for him, but not going to be able to keep that quite yet. Might be the second item in progression, though. I think that was a heated room, and we have seen Varia here, so that very well could be a logical play there. And with this green pirates room here, or the mini trade pirates here, this technically wakes up the planet, so that could be valuable if we see something like the Taco Tank room. Blue Brintstar E-Tank room also has its known. I don't know if the D-boost is in logic in the medium, but could be something that skips a lot of time if they get that. There's our filler tank for Potato. Still hasn't spotted the Varia though. Don't know if he's been in the Bryn shaft like ColdSlayer has, or at least not fully. Oh, he never had supers for the pirates over there is the problem, probably. You do need those supers to do that, and there is our wave beam collected for ColdSlayer, so pretty good lead for him actually here, but still not the end of the world for Potato. I wonder if they wanted wave beam before this Varia. Because Wave Beam does put this mini crate into logic, but so does the supers, so I don't know. Alright. Potato being fairly careful with his Varia. Does get across the Edikun E-Tank room to explore over here. So, yeah, we saw Wave Gate room over here. It is a good decision to come back for ColdSlayer. Nicely done keeping that Varia. No morph, so can't go through this shortcut here. So not the logical move with Spazer, but a good thought for ColdSlayer. Maybe we could see quite a few wave gate rooms actually. There's like Chronic Boost, there's Green Hill Zone, there's the Upper Norfolk, or is that Lower Norfolk Farm? I don't know. The farm room with the wave gate. But yeah, there's wave for Potato as well. So same majors now. Potato does have the filler E-Tank, so that is quite nice for him. And he will head down to the bottom of this Spring Ball maze room. So could be progression down here, possibly. Yeah, there's another wave gate here, so this could very easily be progression. There's Spazer behind the Spring Ball maze there. So good knowledge, at least, that Spazer in jail, where it belongs. Ooh, there's Gravity. So double suit here for Potato. So Morph is going to be a huge limiting factor for them here with double suit. I wonder how late they'll be able to put Morph here. Because they can do a ton of rooms without the Morph here. Looks like Potato will probably try the top of Main Street here. Ooh, okay, that's a requirement morph there, so it's nice to be blocked off actually in this situation. You don't want a lot of options to you here. You want to be blocked out by morph. Otherwise, you could see a very late morph, which is something you really need. 2 missiles in Main Street, so morph not speed locked yet. There's the Spazer Peak. That is also morph locked, so. But ColdSlayer will find Gravity here, so both runners finding double suit in a decent amount of time here. We do see Bubble Mountain up here for Potato. Quite a few rooms to check over here. Neither of the top 3 doors are logical here in medium. Don't think. Oh, there's Acid Chozo, so it should be a dead end right above him, I would expect. It might be something else, though. It could be an up left room, too. Alright, looks like Potato will try and get it to the top of Bubble Mountain here. I don't think this is medium logic, though, so you should probably just leave. You don't really want to be breaking logic without morph. Yeah, he does turn around, which is a good decision. Do not break logic without morph, yeah. He did get his first missile pack up there, so that is a nice find. We did see Croc before, but we don't have the ammo or charge for that fight quite yet. Looks like Potato will try this wave gate room and be sadly disappointed, the same as ColdSlayer was. They both try the morph, forgetting they don't have morph. Very rare that you come across a situation where you don't have morph, so it's quite understandable you forget about it. So Potato having some difficulties here in the wave gate room. Should just probably kill these hoppers on his instead of fighting with them, but he gets through no matter what. He has double suit, so you can take a lot of hits from enemies at this point. So slight lead here from Potato in general. We'll switch over to his audio. Well, we'll see if these two fine runners can find this morph in a reasonable amount of time. Okay, there's G4, so a good decision with gravity as well. And that's that Green Hill? No, that's Manu Bridge. Both of them look pretty similar coming in. I was like, got confused for a moment. Oh, there's High Jump. Okay, so even more non-morph majors. That puts Bubble Mountain actually probably in logic. So if they did sequence break to the top there, that would have been an okay decision now. But we did not know that at the time. And High Jump is very useful in general. So I do like not sequence breaking there quite a bit. But it's quite interesting that there isn't morph first. So, is Potato heading right back to Bubble Mountain here? Is that the answer we're searching for here? I think this pivot save is very good from Potato, just in case Bubble Mountain is a dud. I do like that quite a bit. They do see pre-high jump room. That is something that technically you can check the second item in with just morph. So that is something they can also check. I don't know if that's in medium though. I think that might actually be in hard. So probably better to stay in logic and head up to Bubble Mountain here with high jump. Oh wait, they don't have morph. What am I talking about? I even did the they have morph thing. Oh, it is super easy to forget that. All right, so Potato taking his high jump right back up to Bubble Mountain. They both have high jump now. I should mark that on ColdSlayer's docket here as well. And yeah, it looks like he is also heading up to Bubble Mountain here. Ooh. Yeah. Waivers and King Cack up there. Knocking people off constantly. So taking a few attempts, letting ColdSlayer make up some time here. See if he can make it all the way back here. Yeah, same room now, so great equalizer here, Bubble Mountain. Still a slight lead for ColdSlayer here, but see if he can manage this first try. He does, so makes up a lot of time on Potato here. Both of them will get locked out by a power bomb door here. And what do we see at the bottom? We see GT. Okay, that's another objective, so that's a good find. They can do some wall jumps up the left side. I think that's still possible in medium logic with high jump. It's not a super difficult jump with high jump. And both of them will do. Nicely done by Potato. Very well done. Not medium. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. So what else? What other options do they have here? So this would, if that is correct, and this is out of logic, this is not a good play in general. See below Bottoon, and probably Bottoon Hall right above here. All right, we're into Brinstar here for, I think, both of them pretty soon. Yeah, both of them have to turn back as they don't have any explosive or anything like that. So yeah, if this is breaking logic in medium, then they're heading away from Morph, and they should head down instead, but they have so many options at this point that it's hard to determine where they should go. I don't think, yeah, there's only one tile between the Bottoon Halls here, so no sand pits below them. You need Morph to even get to map here, so we do see criteria up above here for Potato and Mother Brain. So we've seen 2 of our objectives and Mother Brain so far. So both of them again in the same room. So very close race so far. Oh, we get Bottoon Hall again. And yeah, pretty synced up here. Another gate. This is a good check actually. Oh, we get Screw Attack. Maybe that jump is in logic then. Maybe this is the progression. That opens up a decent amount of things for them. With Screw Attack. We did see at least one thing that was opened up by Screw Attack before. I'm not sure where that was. But a couple more missiles for ColdSlayer as he continues past Double Chamber. What did we see? Oh yeah, we saw Decora. Decora could be progression here. That is opened up by ColdSlayer soft locked. Yeah, that's the problem with going past the double chamber there. That is a pretty big soft lock for him. Doesn't know where he has to go now, but does he have high jump here? Yeah, he doesn't have high jump, so he has to go back for high jump, grab Screw Attack, and then come back to this Decora shaft. So really pretty significant time loss there for ColdSlayer. Yeah, he doesn't really remember where he had to go, sadly, so. See if Potato can get this back up quick kill. Nope. We're going to get a stand up there. This might be an optional boss that we have to complete to get Morph here, so I don't mind this fight. It's very logical with the super missile only, so understandable Kraid kill here. Might be a bonus objective. Yep. This is game number 3, 8-ball. Sadly, ColdSlayer took a pretty bad soft lock in double chamber, and where he was pretty close, now he is quite far behind. We see Croc escape, so we need any other jump assist right now for that item. I know that this jump to top door is in hard. I don't know if it's in medium. I know you can grab jump. up to this door with high jump. I think it might possibly be a medium. I'm not really sure where that lies, but I would think it's probably medium. It's not a difficult jump with high jump. I know without high jump, it's above hard, but there also might be a loop after all, but we don't know too. We're seeing a lot of rooms that aren't doable. We see X-Ray Hall and Croc Escape up here. Both require a little bit more jump assists. Grapple, space jump, bomb, spring ball type things. But still a lot of rooms to check with our double suit, so we could get a morph lock there. So a lot of regions available to us without morph. We're going to see an extremely late morph in this seed. But a good job by both runners staying in logic in general. We will see a first grav jump here for Potato. It's fairly lenient, this one. You could pause fairly late in the jump and still get up. And probably a second grav jump here, the easiest way up. You can do some pretty precise wall jumps to get up, but unlikely. And ColdSlayer making his way quickly back here to Screw Attack. So good routing by him. And is this morph? Do we finally get our morph ball? Please give us morph. It's grapple. So 2 checks with grapple. We have X-Ray Hall and Croc Escape, both good checks. Probably Croc Escape first, because Croc Escape does get the item, whereas X-Ray Hall is just a room traversal. So would imagine that we go to Croc Escape here for Potato. Probably the best option. So pretty crazy seed here for our runners. We're going morphless for 20 minutes so far. Not a very common thing to see. All right. Yeah, he's remembers where he had to go for a Croc Escape now. Is this morph? Will we finally get our morph ball? Please give us morph. We want the morph ball. Please. It's morph! We got it. After 20 minutes, we get our morph ball. So, ColdSlayer still has a bit of blinding to do here. Does know about Decora here, so that should lead him over towards this, these next majors, but still a decent amount of blinding to do. Lots of checks here with morph. The best thing I could recommend to Potato here is just hit up the maps that you can do at this point. That's probably the best option. More supers. If that was power bombs, that would have opened up pretty much all the map to him. All right, here's our logical Kraid fight for ColdSlayer here. We'll switch to his audio. See if he can get this quick kill here, hopefully. No, not quite, but good try. All right, so Potato heads over to X-Ray Hall here. I think this is towards the Bryn map, so this is also good in both ways here. All right, nice great kill in general for ColdSlayer getting the bonus objective done. Ooh. So technically this is doable with just a gravity jump. I wouldn't mind them doing that actually, because that's towards map, I'm pretty sure. And the map is the most important thing to get, so if he was confident in that gravity jump, I would, like, it doesn't cost much health. And it's not a hard gravity jump in general. but definitely out of logic. But I think they would want you to have space jump here in medium logic. I think with just high jump and gravity, it is in hard, but for map, I don't mind them going that way in general. But there might be an alternate route here, so. Oh, they had frog speed at the top left, so not a great. Yeah, looks like this will either be lava dive locked or frog speedway locked. They could save and go through croc escape, but that's just the sack for map, so we'll see what they end up doing here. And ColdSlayer blinding a few doors here, trying to find this Criteria Powerbomb room. So let's see what Potato chooses to do. Probably head back towards a map that's more or easier to grab. Here, Turian map now available with just morph, so be a good plan to go back there. And yep, here comes grapple for ColdSlayer, and then probably a pretty quick morph right after that. Yep, there's the grapple, and then let's see if he thinks about Croc Escape or X-Ray Hall first. And yeah, right back into Turian map here for Potato. A very good move for them. Ooh. Good gravity jump there by ColdSlayer. No problem up to the top door there. And right into Croc Escape here. So very good routing by ColdSlayer after that unfortunate soft lock in general. And there's our first map. Okay, so 2 bosses here in Turian. Can't get to one without power bombs, so we need our power bombs. Can we get any power bombs in Turian? Doesn't look like it. I didn't see any power bombs available to us there on that Turian map, but let me double check. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. It looks like everything is locked up pretty tight. I mean, technically you could sequence break for a single X check, but that requires you to kill GT, and it still has to be power bombs to even get you out of there. So pretty unlikely we'll see that from Potato here. More than likely head up to this Criteria. And now that ColdSlayer has their morph, what will they end up doing? Looks like they're heading straight back into Turian, which is honestly a pretty good play. He doesn't know about Lava Dive, so this is just his decision. What he prefers to do in general. So we have seen that Brinstar is pretty hard speed locked, so hopefully we don't have any bosses over there. Criteria also has a single speed lock that we've seen so far. Hopefully Potato can make it to this Criteria map soon. But so far, no luck with that one. Oh, it's pants and speed locked, so not a great map to get. Technically, you can get up pants with this loadout, but I think it wants you have space jump to do it properly in medium logic. don't think either of the jumps out of the sand is logical in medium. I know it is in logic and hard to get up with this loadout, but medium not so much, I wouldn't think. I hope Potato has a save. I don't know how recently they've saved. Yeah, they look like they will go for this. Not the worst thing to go through pants here, but moderately difficult trick to get out. We did see them double spring ball jump last round, so not adverse to trying some fairly difficult things. This one probably a bit easier than that double spring ball jump. So, ooh, you immediately run into a power bomb. So, not what we were supposed to be doing. So, I don't mind that. It's towards the map. So, the key here is that they didn't save before doing it. So, it's going to cost them quite a bit of time here. You need to turn off gravity for this flatly. Yeah. So, this is probably the easiest way up, actually. This is in very hard, this trick. All flatlies are in very hard, but probably easier than the jump out of the sand, honestly. Like, to be quite honest. Looks like ColdSlayer will just turn around, which is in his favor. So actually, probably a lead change here right now because he chose not to do the pants room. So we'll switch over to their audio. So still a very close race. Yeah, I don't know where Potato decided to save last. Yeah, still having some issues with this flatly, understandably. Probably the first time they've attempted this. He's just a little slow on the jump in general. Need to... it's pretty precise timing. Not the worst, though. That looked okay, just didn't get the spin jump somehow. I'm not sure what broke his spin there. Should have had a spin jump. Needs to let go of angle, yeah. Ooh, close there. Very close. Alright. 2 tries from the left. So you can do this from both sides, technically. And I think their setup is actually better for the right side. I think the closer you are to the edge, the better it is for the right side. But there we go. After a few attempts, we do get up there. But still a fairly decent lead for ColdSlayer here. Let's see where Potato chooses to go next. Did abandon the Bryn map. And ooh, there's supers. So more supers, but don't go through the room here for ColdSlayer. If he touches that door, he will be soft locked. And but a good check here for ColdSlayer. Trying to get their first power bombs or bombs somewhere. Potato scouring map to see what else he can do. They could check that spring ball room. That spring ball room is able to be done. They never checked it with... I don't think they checked it with morph, so... That could just be their power bombs right there. And they both left that behind, I think. Both of them didn't think about it after their morph. Oh, they don't have bombs, actually. Never mind, they can't. They can get up there, but it's not friendly. Actually, they can't. They need some sort of bomb or something. So that is a good non-check, actually. I was not thinking about that one properly. They could check it, but they can't get anything there. Alright. ColdSlayer still a pretty decent lead here. Gonna check another morph check here. Can we get our first explosives? And yeah, there's our first explosive. Our bombs finally That opens up that pre-high jump room. You can trek through that now. There was a basement below this. Both of those are good checks. They could try for this. Holy, this map is so far away. This Murdia map. Now that they have explosive, they can probably make it all the way over there. All right, another bomb check here for ColdSlayer. So not too much difference between the two runners right now. We'll see the same checks for Potato here. The pre-high jump room. And probably heading over here to the red fish room as well. All right. And then ColdSlayer will probably head back to pre-high jump here, I would imagine. Just to head towards the map and also maybe some more bomb checks. Dropping down is interesting here for ColdSlayer. Looks like it won't be an issue, I don't think. Oh, it's an objective. 15-15. So probably actually wants more ammo than this, technically, in medium. This is probably not logical yet, but, you know, it's an objective, so they're going to do it. And it's very doable with 15-15. Taking their time here with the missiles. Doing single missiles so they get some farm while they're doing it. Croc's actually a strange fellow that is kind of weird to fight the first few times you do it. His hitbox is a little odd sometimes to hit with supers. Oop. Eating a lot of supers there, as you can see. But he gets him down, so nicely done there by ColdSlayer. Ooh, that looks weird. What the heck? That's a graphical glitch for a ColdSlayer that I haven't seen before. But we do get space jump from the Croc fight, actually, which is a nice find. I don't think they were supposed to kill Croc there, but maybe they have enough missiles available to them somewhere. I guess that Potato does have 30 missiles, and that is pretty on par with, I would think, a medium kill. So they probably just do have enough missiles to kill Croc here. It's just ColdSlayer didn't pick up all the missiles available to him. Skipped a few here and there. Of course, now we can go back to Pants Room. And go there if we wanted to. But likely ColdSlayer will just head to this Murdia map now. Try and find their power bomb somewhere along the path. Wait, are they leaving Murdia already? They are. They're just out. They don't want to go find this map. Very surprising, actually. Would have thought they would have gone for that Murdia map here. I'm surprised they left the zone. Did they save before leaving the zone? They did have a save right across from Croc, so... Looks like a pretty good Croc fight here from Potato. Again, Super's not the easiest to land a lot of the time, as we can see. Both of them taking quite a long approach to this. They did save? Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you, chat. Would have figured they did, but... So, up to criteria here. This is where Mother Brain is, so I'm surprised they went up here, actually. This is like something you don't really want to do, is go towards Mother Brain in general. But if this is logical power bombs, could be the best play for this seed. We just do not know yet. But We do get space jump for both runners here, and both have Croc done. Oh yeah, we had a powerbomb lock immediately after Pants. I forgot about that for a second. So very close race here again. So good pivot save there for ColdSlayer, not wasting as much time as could have been. But Potato will probably just head to this pre-high jump room, saving quite a bit of time. Alright, some crab shaft action. Another powerbomb door, so blocking out more options. Can't go towards the map. A nice item check here in Beach. And there's our power bombs. So now we can pretty much go everywhere we want. The only thing stopping us now are the speed locks. We have seen 3 speed locks so far, I think. We saw Croc Speedway in Criteria. We saw Frog Speedway in Bryn. And we see another one? Not sure. Maybe only 2 so far, I'm not sure. There's like Climb Supers and oh, we did see Batoon E-Tank, but I don't think that led anywhere. And the last one is, there's 4, 5. I can't think of the last one, sadly. Decora. We've seen Decora before, actually, so we have seen 4 out of the 5 so far, technically. Only those Climb Supers. Oh, we see a revert from ColdSlayer. Very surprising revert, actually. Why did they revert there? What happened? I did not see what happened to ColdSlayer for a revert. What? I am very confused why ColdSlayer reverted there. Not a lot of time lost, but he has to recollect powerbombs, so that probably switches the... Oh, maybe they fell down. No, that's just Ridley. I'm not sure. Oh, they fell down the pit and saw Ridley. That's probably what happened. Okay. I get it now. That's probably what happened. If they went down a sand pit and saw Ridley coming back up, then yeah, they were soft locked. I understand now. Completely get it now. No, they didn't drop down a sand pit? Okay, then I don't know. Okay. Weird. Okay. That's the only thing I can think of for that revert. So, yeah, just odd. Oh, we see another objective here in Meridia. There we get the Batoon. They do have the ammo to kill Batoon here, so we should see that. They do have some extra ammo here, so this shouldn't be a terrible fight. Batoon is notorious for eating shots, though, so it is nice to have more. And both of them do see that, yeah, we have seen all maps and all objectives, so they still need a decent amount of ammo for Mother Brain, though. Still need to kill that lady off. I think we're slightly ahead on ColdSlayer here. Not significantly, though. We are seeing him grab extra missiles here for this Batoon fight. Oh, actually, you know, it's so close here. I don't know who's in the lead. This one's so close. Alright. So technically this map is unnecessary from Potato. They can, like, all they need is ammo, really. It's nice to grab the map just so they know what resources are available, but really they just need ammo or charge at this point. Alright, this looks like Fantoon. And yep, there's our possible 6th objective to be completed for Potato here. Yeah, they saw them. They went in the back door of Batoon. They just chose not to. Nice Batoon from ColdSlayer there. Very solid. So what is the plan here for ColdSlayer? They still do need a lot of ammo here for Mother Brain. The save here is actually very good. You do not need to keep this Fantoon kill. So saving here, then reverting is the best option after map. Potato also did save at chip, so technically he can just do the same. But we'll see if either runner decides to do that. There could be a Fantoon locked item too, but that's like one item, so it's honestly not worth it most of the time. But yeah, I still do like ColdSlayer's position a little bit more here. Got Batoon dead. This Fantoon taking a little while for Potato. Let's see how ColdSlayer does too. Both have a good 30 missiles for this fight, so it's not a difficult one with double suit 30 supers. Right, looks like Potato will finish it off there. So we'll see this Meridia map first for Potato. Ooh. Jumping out of the door for ColdSlayer. Very arbitrary there. I thought he hit. He must have hit. I thought I heard him hit Fantoon there and then go through the door. So that must have been like same time that he hit the Fantoon and went out the door. But not a big deal here. Just gotta restart the fight in general. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Escaping as he shoots it. Alright, there's map for Potato. Gonna take a good look and then revert. The right move. Not doing Batoon. Why isn't he doing Batoon here? Alright, so ColdSlayer definitely ahead right now. The Batoon kill does put him significant advantage. This is a significant backtrack that Potato has to do. You do not want to be backtracking for bosses. If you're at all capable, you should definitely kill the boss when you're there. And didn't see many items really close here. Looks like maybe Potato will head down to Norfair here. I don't really know. There was a few X's down below here. This is still an extremely long detour for just ammo, though. They do have to detour for ammo, but the detour and then the detour back for Batoon, the big issue here. Whereas ColdSlayer should be able to just one past the X's down here. Nice snail clip though by Potato. Very good, very well done. Probably go down the right pit here for an X and a missile. Make his way back up Big Pink. Alright. I still think ColdSlayer's slight lead because of the Batoon kill here, so gonna keep it on his audio here. Sadly, a power bomb on the pit, so not what you want to see for Potato there. And yeah, there's no majors here, so where is Charge? Charge probably not down in Norfair because the only entrance into Norfair is that what's it called? Ridley, so surprised ColdSlayer's walking back this fight actually. Not the longest walk back, but still probably better just to revert. The only benefit to there's actually more. Yeah, I mean, I do like them playing ammo here, but it's pretty tight. They're seeing a lot of power bombs, sadly. Like, I think there's 1 X left here for Potato. Over in early Super's room, so otherwise they just have to leave the area. Go back up to Criteria or Turian. How many X's do we have up in Turian? There is 1, 2, 3 X's around Spore Spawn for them, so that could be an option. So maybe they get their ammo up there. Will ColdSlayer avoid the X's down in Aqueduct here or not? Looks like he's not going down there. There was 1 super down there, so would have been very valuable for him, as well as a few actual just missiles, which are kind of valuable. Looks like Potato will go for this 1X in early supers. There should be another route to this area for them, but Potato choosing the super block in Big Pink, showing off his hard tech there. Yeah, it looks like they could just go to the bottom of Big Pink to get there. Alright, so ColdSlayer is near Turian now, so much closer to the last couple of bosses here. We'll probably go to Spore Spawn and try these last 3 X's. If he blanks out though, we could see him having to go to Criteria here. We will have to see. We have seen about 20 power bombs though, so we will have to see. Yeah. So 1 X here in Wasteland. Oh, okay. He isn't going straight to Spore Spawn here, which is surprising. Would have thought he would try that at the very least. You have to go through Spore Spawn either way, so you might as well do it. But going towards either Brinstar or Criteria here, I think. Quite surprising. And yeah, we do get a super up there in early super, so it's a good thing for Potato. He still does need to go back for Botwoon though, so important thing to note, no matter what, he does have to backtrack all the way to ship here. Yeah, this is a weird C play. It's very strange. Would have thought he would have tried the X's near Spore Spawn, then just gone to GT, but you know, this will result in probably more majors for him. Charge should be up here, like it's either in Bryn or up here in Criteria. So not that he has many beams though, so charge isn't even like super valuable for them at this point. It's okay, but with just wave, it's a lot of charge shots in general. We still do need 2 tanks here for ColdSlayer. Another thing that he's been putting off. That there was another few tanks beyond Spore Spawn too, so that would have solved that dilemma too. Alright, criteria map here for ColdSlayer. See, what do we have here in criteria? We have 1 major past Botwoon Hall that we can't get yet. Some X's, and that's about it. 1 major we can't get, and a few X's. A few X's beyond Spore Spawn, and then Brinstar. Yeah, so honestly, with this criteria detour, might actually lean towards Potato here. This might end up in his favor. So we had a big detour here. And yeah, he didn't even pivot save extremely well here up in Criteria. Yeah, I think, let's see, what can we get here in Criteria? We could get two X's, really. That's about it. So Criteria being a huge bust in general. Kind of unfortunate for ColdSlayer. Yeah. So here's Botwoon for Potato. He did farm up some more supers for this fight, making sure he has more than 15. Wasn't confident in it the first time he went around. There we go. So he did use quite a few supers there, so maybe justified extra supers before that fight. He did have like 30 missiles. Missiles are very good against Botwoon. You only need 3 missiles to account for 1 super, so the backup plan there isn't bad. Oh, we're going Brinstar for ColdSlayer, so again, either Charge has to be up here somewhere because Ridley is blocking Norfair, so technically Charge is up here somewhere, either in Criteria or Brinstar, but it's going to be a long thing. Yeah, I think this does switch it over to Potato, because he's going to go right into Spore Spawn, I do believe. Because he can check all 3 X's over here, grab an extra couple tanks, etc. So the detours up here for ColdSlayer going to cost him probably the match here. Unless he finds Charge and Plasma fairly quickly here. That is the only way this works out for in actuality. He needs to find Charge, Plasma, and an E-Tank really quickly here. You will get this Bryn map, finally. So we will get knowledge, at least. What do we have here in Bryn? We get 1, 2, 3 majors. So one of these probably has to be speed or ice. For that major in Criteria. No. These are not close by majors either. These are pretty far away majors in general. So he would have needed them to be very, very close for him to be in the lead here. But I know last time I don't think he used the super farming method on GT, so maybe that is something he's uncomfortable with, and that's why he's getting charged. Could be what he's thinking here. Alright, we get Spring Ball. He reverts to the pivot up there, which is good. Seeing Potato fight Spore Spawn. Gonna get a 3-round here, which isn't too terrible. Pretty hard to get a 2-round in general. Gotta be fairly precise. Oh, no, 4 rounds, so. I thought it was going to be done with that super there, but must not have gotten any Dopplers in. Alright, what do we get up here in near wrecked ship? Ice Beam. That's a nice find, actually. Ice Beam is one of the better majors to find. That gives them a Zeb skip. Still need Charge, though. Quite badly here. Could go into wrecked ship here. That would be his 5th map. A lot of detours here for ColdSlayer. All right, safety tank here for Potato. Probably heading over to GT here, I think. We did see the super kill for Potato last time, so probably see it again here. Technically, he does have ammo to finish the seed right now if you break glass. So technically, he does have enough to finish the game right now. All right, gets his missiles below 30 so he doesn't get any sonic booms here. But we'll have to farm some supers here. He should farm with missiles. Here you just farm with missiles because you have extra missiles, so turning off wave here not really optimal. Technically farming with missiles is a little bit better. But alright, what did we get there for did anyone see the major there for ColdSlayer? Not, sadly. Super missiles. More super missiles good for ColdSlayer. And there's GT dead for. Oh, we do have Spore Spawn dead and GT dead for Potato. He would still like. Oh yeah, it's X-ray. It was X-ray. Worse. That is not what he wanted to see at all. There was one more major here in Wrecked Ship. It is past Leodox though, so really, really long majors to get. So X's are just proving to be significantly better in this rando. Even just missiles are probably better at this point. If Potato gets one more missile, he actually has the ability to kill Mother Brain now without breaking the tank. But he will probably grab a single missile or super missile before going to Mother Brain, just to make it a lot easier here. Breaking the tank does take a long time. Alright, so another major collected here from ColdSlayer. We did see Spazer very early on in the seed, so it won't be Spazer, which is nice. It won't be Spring Ball. We do have Screw Attack, sorry. I did see that. I think both players have Screw Attack. I didn't mark it on ColdSlayer, sadly. Alright, there's the super pack Potato was looking for. So, he's really good to go now. Plasma for ColdSlayer, but looks like Brinstar and what's it called? Criteria have majors. He'll probably check the Brinstar one next for ColdSlayer here, but I don't think he's going to be able to make up the time here, even with full beam. He is quite far behind. And Potato does know where he's headed. The only thing that could save him now is a terrible farm for Potato, but don't think there's any farm that's bad enough that it makes up the amount of time here. So we have charge and speed still for our last two majors for ColdSlayer. So this Spring Ball is either one of those two. And you will pivot save here. He does not need to collect both. I think... Well, no, I think he has to go this way no matter what, so... The pivot save doesn't really help at all. I think he has to go this way no matter what he wanted to do. Yeah, this is the only way through. So that save is just locking in his ice plasma there. So yeah, Norfair didn't seem to have any majors at all for us. Was completely devoid of majors, completely devoid of bosses. No one will ever touch Meridian this seed. And will ColdSlayer get full go mode before the end here? No, he gets speed. Oh my god. So he's gonna probably head back up to Criteria here. Last major charge. That is awful news for ColdSlayer here. This says being quite a slog this third seed. The extremely late morph into pretty bad X's and charge being in last location past pre-Botwoon, meaning you cannot get it without gravity, speed, or ice. So just utterly painful route in general to get charge. All right. This is not the worst farm in the world for Potato. He's going to have to double dip the farm, though. So. All right. Looks like ColdSlayer might have given up on charge, actually. He got all the majors, and then he's skipping out on charge. Oh, that is really rough for him. That is... Oh, just the worst. He does know where it is, so... I mean, he doesn't have to collect any X's here. He can get charged just before Mother Brain. But still pretty ugly. Alright, start thinking about your escape timers here. Where was Ship? Ship was in Meridia. It's not too terribly far away. Yeah, 130 sounds about right, maybe. I'll give it a little bit more. I'll go 150, just because it's medium. Alright. So, ColdSlayer still does need an extra tank here, so he's going to have to go a little bit out of his way for a tank. Let's see. Closest tank is up towards GT, so he can just keep going this way. I think Potato will farm to full. It's been a while since he's saved. I wonder if he'll go for any safety save here. No saves anywhere nearby. So he does have two safety tanks, which isn't too terrible. And with 30 supers, this fight, not the worst, but not the best either. Yeah, he's looking for a safety save, which is a good idea in general. And there is our third boss done for Mr. ColdSlayer. And I think he'll just head up to GT here. He does know where charge is, and it's right near Mother Brain, so his route's not terrible here. Oh, this save is super far away. This safety save is really, really long. But I think it's a good idea. So We will probably see ColdSlayer here get all the bosses completed. GT still will take a decent amount of time with supers, but not that bad. The plasma does increase your farm time in general. You keep plasma on, you can farm every single little dot he drops out. He should clear his missiles out here on ColdSlayer. And he has not. So he will get some sonic booms. Those are the sonic booms that you get when you don't have too many missiles. Yep. Clearing out the missiles. Good idea. Potato. Yeah, he did clear out the glass. So backdoor Mother Brain for us here. Nicely done. So should be a very quick fight here. Down to the 40 missile mark and then blast them with supers. Gonna put a little bit extra missiles in just for safety's sakes. I'm gonna put all of them in, surprisingly. So technically has 5 super missiles here to waste, technically. 4 now. Good job by ColdSlayer realizing he could save a little time farming with plasma there at the end. And there's GT down, so both runners completing all objectives here, and ColdSlayer will have a pretty quick Mother Brain here, so we'll get pretty close to the end. Alright, what is our timer? I think taking a wrong turn Albuquerque for ColdSlayer. Yeah, he's taking the long way around. Alright. 125 was it? A little shorter than I thought. I don't think anyone was low enough, sadly. 120? Okay. Yeah. ColdSlayer taking a little bit longer of a path to get up to Mother Brain here. Could have taken the top door in the beginning of Lost Highway there. I don't know what it's called. What is that one called? Just Electric Death Room, I think? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. But chose to go through Wasteland and Spore Spawn instead. So, just following the path he knows rather than the path he doesn't. Which is understandable. But he will end up in Bubble Mountain either way. There we go. Potato doing well on this escape. Should first try it here with no problem. Nicely done by Potato here. Taking the match 3-2 here. Official time of 1:12:10. It looks like ColdSlayer does also forfeit here, so we'll get everyone in here for interviews. Hello, ColdSlayer. Hello, McVanish.
Hello.
See if we can grab Potato and words here in a moment. GG's to you, ColdSlayer.
GG's, yeah. That one was a bit of a more rough seed for the third game.
That charge beam you see on your screen right now, that is a rough charge beam to get.
Yeah, we knew it had to be charging because we've seen everything else. It's like, we know it's get the Mother Brain, then we go, but then they finished.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was kind of like at the moment we got our power bombs. I was running scenarios through my head, thinking, okay, whole seeds are open. We've
Mhm.
not seen that many majors. This is a medium normal, right? Normal distribution means front-loaded majors. We just hoof it to a zone, pray that there's just a massive amount of majors around, and we just slurp all of that up, and try to finish as soon as possible. And of course, they're all dissipated across zones, and it all is just annoying to grab. And if you don't go the
Mhm.
immediate right way, you like spend a lot of time. And it's just I keep looking at the ammo counter. I see X's around where I'm just like, we're just definitely teaching them how to snail clip. They might have like just ran around, grabbed a lot of stuff. Like maybe they're scared of like I don't know Botswoon or something like missing super. But it's just like the ship's right there. Just be greedy. And it's just thousand scenarios running through my head, and just like that 4 minute
Mhm.
time loss we had in the early game because we accidentally soft fucked
Oh
ourselves in
no.
double chamber. Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I was just like,
Yep.
well, we
I
can
saw
get
that
back.
soft lock. I'm like, no, turn around, don't go that way.
Because in my head, it's just you jump on the spikes, you take iframes,
Uh-huh.
and you jump up. But before I had the chance to tell Cold what to do, he already like
Mhm.
quick dropped through the crumble blocks, and I was like,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was
Uh-huh.
not something I was ready for because I never usually get soft lock there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The only reason I knew because I've done that a handful of
yeah.
times.
And
myself.
also, big time loss. Our Phantom was horrible. It was the slowest Phantom I think I've seen in times. Just
Every
like
single
3
pattern was
Yeah,
misses
just
well,
slow,
around.
yeah.
Oh, we
Everything
also
was
had
just
like
only
5
slow.
slows, so
Yeah, but
Yeah.
also Cold was kind of like I don't know if he was like stressing out, but
Mhm.
he kept kind of like jumping a bit too early. So Phantom just like shoots across the top of the screen, like no Dopplers, buddy, no, no, no.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
the worst part is, the first round he gets like a bottom left fast. He shoots 2 missiles and he spin jumps to avoid all the flames and Phantom flying around. He jumps out the room.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
actually hit
I'm just-
Phantoon at the same time too. It was
Yeah, I hit
really
Phantom and
ridiculous.
left like,
I
what?
think it was like a BT skip
Mhm.
door 50-50 kind of situation where he just frames away from the door closing on him. But I was just like, you haven't sparked out of Drago's room enough to like be careful with this, because like I've done I think 20 or 30 Dragon speed openers where I just hit him and it just zoom out the room. It's like, well, see you, Dragon. I'll be back in a bit. But I was
Yeah.
happy with the second seed though. I think we played that one really well.
That one was a rough one. That second one was so
Yeah.
Brooklyn
rough.
one felt
So much back and
horrible.
forth.
I don't know where you
Mhm.
guys were to it because we were thinking a lot of the time, like, man, like, surely it'd be done by now. Like, why do you keep going for this seed?
Me,
Oh.
Yeah.
I felt like we backtracked so
I wonder, though,
much.
did you
Yeah.
guys get gravity?
No.
No, we didn't. Yeah.
I knew it.
right.
That must have
That's
been the
what we
difference
did.
then.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
yeah, we went down because like we found all the objectives and we started going for them, and then we're like, wait a minute, our
Mhm.
only return route is up through Crab Hole, so I had to teach
yeah.
him double springball jump on the fly.
Yeah, that's what I
That was
thought,
fun.
because I was like, the only way, like, because we sludged, we also had a bad death there where we lost a lot of
Mhm.
progress in Plower House,
Mhm.
and I was like, the only reason we win is because they skipped charge and gravity because they were both in criteria.
Yeah, we didn't see either.
Because
of those.
if you skip those, you have to first of all run around, collect way more ammo.
hmm
And then also have to run out Mother Brain, farm,
Yeah.
and like you have to also use ammo kills. You can't really fall back on charge. So
So
all that farming is like time that we can like kind of just make up with charge and gravity to hustle through the seed.
hmm
Mhm.
But
Did you see the route to bomb trees on the second seed? It was,
It was
3 tile sand
really,
hall,
really bad.
fish tank, into pre-Botwoon.
Oh,
So-
I did not see that. Nope. Yeah, that would've been
Pre-Botwoon,
bad.
you still did not have your necessity to get through
Oof.
there.
Yeah.
Words. And
I think we did have
Yeah.
one lucky break in that seed where we snagged missiles in Wasteland out of
That
logic.
was, we
Mhm.
got the exact amount of
That
power
was
loss
like
for
the
that.
one
That was crazy.
good play we had, because we escaped with like
Mhm.
6 HP there, and then we went for high jump. We then went down into Aqueduct, died to the Plasma Pirates. We did save, so
Mhm.
we did save, right? Because getting out with Baby, power bombing the Rippers in Red Towers, like scary, so we saved that. Cold dies to Plasma Pirates, and we just like, okay, let's just take high jump back. Let's see what we can do with it. Blah 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 blah. We run across what was it, Brinstar or something like with the Powerhouse Zone, like left, right, left, right, left, right, a million times. Finding Spring, finding. I was 100% convinced that the what was it, G4 locked item in Waterway was Gravity. It was Screw Attack. I was just like, what do we do with this? And then,
Yep.
oh, right, Main Street. That was actually called, remember that? It's like, oh, yeah, Main Street. We can springboard jump up there. We get map, C2 major, we grab them, graph charge. All right, hoof it, hoof it, hoof it. We gotta hustle it.
And the thing is, the way you get to it is up Main Street. The mid right door goes to Breen Grin Shaft, so you can go up and get gravity freely. Like it is like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
could've
you
got
can
it blind
technically
into
do
it.
that. You can do that so early if you just do the door frame wall jump to get up there.
Yeah.
You only need power bombs, and we had power bombs from the start of the seed.
Yeah,
With
we
just
got
power
screwed,
bombs, it was
and we went
rough.
to the the one with like the speed floor
room,
and then
yeah.
the decorum room. That's where I
Yeah.
took screw attack. That's,
Yeah, because that's where progression was. I forget what was over there, but that was our progression.
Spring ball, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Also,
You got-
it's a really rude seed where you like have to like. I think logical missiles were in climb supers. I believe they were.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
that's where we had to get them.
So you
There
go
were
to
a few other
climb
places we got
supers.
missiles, but they were all soft locked. So it's like, well, we need missiles to get through the red door to get to this other major.
Yeah.
Guess
So
we're going back
the
up
wasteland
climb
major,
supers.
the
Yeah.
wasteland missiles were big. That we managed to get those.
It's very, very strange to be like, I
Yeah.
broke logic to get the wasteland item, and it was missiles, and that won the sale. Like, what?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But we need it, so it's like, well, that works, I guess. But
Yeah.
I think I had to kill the Sega. I got him stuck right against the edge, so he could not hop at all. So I just bomb killed him because he that close. He doesn't.
Yeah,
have to
the
keep
first
hopping.
one, I was just sitting there. I was like, this thing's gotta take 1,000,000 years, and it better be worth it. Like that major better be something good. High jump. What in the?
Yeah.
Yep.
But you guys
Crazy.
went ammo third seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went ammo both
Yeah.
second and third seed.
Yeah.
but yeah. So that one wasn't like the ammo actually wasn't terrible. I think we got to ship with like 15 supers.
Yeah, we had
So,
a 15
we
as well. But we
blind-
had like 10 and 15 or
We
something.
had 15
Yeah.
by the time I fought Batoon. I remember.
But we had
Yeah.
already located all of the other objectives, so we
Yeah.
blind into Batoon. It's like, okay, that's a little
We did that too.
interesting, a little scary. So we go around, get the map, kill Fantoon, get the map, and then we see a bunch more X's, and it's like, we're gonna need those for Mother Brain regardless, so let's do that first, so we can first try Batoon.
Yeah.
And then at that point, I think we had like 60 and 25, and we just collected a couple more things, and we ended on like 75 and 30 or something, way more than we needed, but it made the final fight really free.
Yeah, we kind of just like went to zones hoping that's
Oh,
like,
yeah, we
well,
checked
this is
red ship, too.
accessible now, and a lot of majors are outstanding. It's normal, right? You hope they're all there, but they're all so far apart. Like, yeah, they're all grabbable now, but they're all just like scattered, like kind of just like it kind of sucks, but you really want it because that one's ice and that one's plasma, and then
Yeah,
too
you
bad
can't be
that
doing
one's
that.
speed. You gotta, but
Yeah.
we didn't go for because we kind of looked at the map after Meridian. We kind of saw like, oh, to get there, that's kind of like a weird run around. We didn't want to do that. We saw the X's in Aqueduct with like that's a snail clip. Cole wasn't 100% certain on that, and I was like, we just made a gamble. Hopefully, like we run into wreck ship, right? Get map, boom, majors, nice, hoof it back. Nope.
Yeah.
One
Yeah,
of
the,
the
the way I
things-
look
I think
at it is
if-
like if you're in that situation and you have a guaranteed win condition, you take the guarantee. Even if like there's a chance you go into a new zone and get charged plasma, it's like you're gambling that on a maybe, and most likely it's not going to pay off. Whereas it's like, oh, there's like 5 X's, I only need 3 supers, I'm taking that because
Yeah, it was kind of a damned if
99
you do,
times out
damned
of
if you
100 you're gonna
don't. I
have a
felt
win-
like
a win condition there.
Mhm.
Yeah, we only found wave. Never found any of those beams.
we did peak Spacer in jail, so we knew at least that one wasn't
Oh
an
yeah,
option.
yeah, we ignored that
Yeah.
one.
But it's just
Leave
kind of
it.
like it's
But
an
yeah.
annoying situation because it's like, kind of a damned if you don't. Because I think if we snag like if we snag charge like a little earlier, like one of
wouldn't
the
have to
first
switch over
majors we
zones.
found, then like I think and also that what was that, like a 4 or 5 minute time loss
The
in
soft lock
death
definitely, because we're right on Mother Brain.
Yeah.
I was gonna get charged and find Mother Brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when you guys finished. So I think like if we didn't have that, it would have been like a escape race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then we could have like, because we had ice, so we could zap skip, go through.
Wait, did you find
Uh,
charge?
We found
No, well,
charge
we
was that
knew
super major right there in Mocktroids.
it's right above Mother
Oh,
Brain.
okay, gotcha.
It's in
So it was
crazy
like-
Single out
area.
everything.
Yeah, it's just you find ice or speed. We found both because
I
we
see.
were exhausting options.
Yeah.
It was right there. It was the kind of like we know where it isn't because, or we know where it is because we know where it isn't. So, all right.
Yep.
Did we even grab speed? We didn't grab
yeah.
speed either, did we?
No.
No,
we
it
never
was
saw
spring
speed.
ball,
Yeah.
man. Spring ball item. It was the one.
So
with spring
like
ball.
yeah, I don't know where y'all were when you got to Botwoon, but like if you look at our tracker, like the odds of any given major being charged is so low for us because it's just like we never even got criteria map.
But you never got it.
Yeah,
No.
I think we only had like 3 maps for the entire race.
Because we
So
didn't
it's
do
like-
the
we didn't
two
even know
without
where
power
majors
bombs.
were.
It's
except
so
for
it's
Laser.
it's an annoying seed because it's just back and forth, back and forth. You blind a lot. It's
Because we
Yeah,
actually
we
had
just
blinded
made for
across
the gamble
Pan's room
player.
early,
Yeah.
and it was just power PB locked, so we just we left.
You guys both did a great job finding Morph, like not going out of logic. That was a super late.
Oh yeah, I forgot
It's
Morph. We were
very
looking
late.
for a while.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was 20 minutes
I
for
was.
us.
I think
Yeah.
the after we I think after we soft locked, I think that segment until I think bot swoon, I think we played so well, so fast until we found bot swoon. Because we were just locked in, just running like, we found this item, go, 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 go there, go there, go there, grab this item, there, go, 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 left, up, down. I was just like throwing directions at Cold, and
And
he was
we
just
did
hoofing
Croc
it,
too.
and we were
We found Space Jump a little bit earlier than it wanted, but we had 15 supers and missiles. Like we could do it, I guess.
Yeah, and I was like calculating because we already found like 2 more missile packs left around that we could have grabbed, but we lost because we soft locked that were grabbable at this point. So I was like, there's probably maybe 1 or 2 more that are laying around. So actually, Croc might have been straight up logic at that point. And now that I think more about it, probably is.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
So, but we were, I think that segment just trying to like make up for that lost time was really fast because like it was just, we found bombs. Okay, we go there, we check this. If it's nothing, we immediately know where to go next. Boom, boom. We were just hustling, and that felt really good. And then after everything afterwards is kind of just, oh, what do we do now? And then it's just,
It's just a Mother Brain solution is the last thing. It's like either we go get those X's, or it's like this next major could be charged. We end it there.
because we also we had like 1 power bomb pack at a time, and it's just kind of like a, well, what if they're all PBs, right? We kind of just made the gamble on we check a zone that's right here. Hopefully majors are close, and we finish, and then it was just nope, too bad. Because if one of the zones we went to had like full beam and we could turn around, you know, you win. But if it's not, you lose.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just glad nothing was north fair because we did not check that.
Well, charge couldn't be down there because Ridley locked it anyway.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
scared of that. I was like thinking like,
Wait,
what
it's-
are the
it's-
things that could stop us? And it's like, well, we technically could do amphitheater.
was
So it's
there?
like Ridley. Where was Ridley?
Yeah. Ridley is the bottom left of Aqueduct.
Oh,
So
the
you had two
immediate
entrances.
bottom left.
Yeah.
Oh, we never even blinded
yeah,
this.
we
We
did
didn't
check
know.
Well,
that,
we
yeah.
did see the
Yeah,
hazard
we did check
tape.
it. We were like,
We found
nope.
a hazard. We only saw hazard tape, and we went up.
Mhm.
Yeah. So,
So
But that left phasing hazard tape is one of 3 rooms, anyways. It's
Yeah,
either
and
the
you
Yoink
found
room,
one of the
Pre-Pillars,
other.
or Ridley. Yeah.
yeah, so you found 3 pillars already. So it's like, really, hello.
mhm.
So I want to ask, Change, how close was race 1 like before like when we entered Mother Brain?
You guys were like it was a decent lead. Like they had a decent lead, but like a crazy lead. You got too far behind. Second seed obviously was just criteria was so much better that it just launched yet. But this one was really close. You guys were neck and neck through like most of the race, and then you guys just unfortunately majors were just unfortunate locations. So
Yeah, because Cold was really thinking like we lost it on the Zap skip.
I failed
Our
the Zeb 8
first-
times. I'm like, oh come on, this is not this hard usually.
Yeah.
No, and I was like looking at the HP and like with the reserve
Oh.
not completely filled, I was like doing some mental math like Rinka hits and like onion ring damage, and I was like, you probably take like 2 hits and you're already dead. So I just said like go down, fill up the butterfly room because that's still faster than doing a whole mother brain fight, dying and
Yeah.
retrying. So
Well, I know Potato, you had a catch up the first one time.
Yeah,
so,
we took a death on that one. Yeah.
okay, so
Yeah.
we were behind.
Yeah.
So we didn't lose it on Zep skip, but
Yeah.
we lost our chance at a comeback basically.
Yeah.
That's a bit how it feels. All right.
That we felt like we routed really crazy first seed, right? We went,
Yeah, no, we
found
did.
it, like,
I feel like we did
everything.
that almost perfectly.
Mhm.
Hang on, because I peeked at it afterward and I saw something. I think y'all may have had an extra Oh, y'all had Spazer. Right.
Yeah, we fought Mother Brain with Charge, Wave Spazer. That's second seed number. I'm confusing it.
Wait, no, yeah, y'all had Plasma and Spazer. We had skipped a major.
Yeah.
In hindsight, I think I could have just deduced that it was Spazer, but I was also just like, we have Go mode that's really far out of the way. The only thing that could
I
really
think
help
we
us here is
blinded,
speed.
or like wasn't
Wait,
it
it was
blind?
was it Edekun E-Tank? I think we jumped into it. I think.
No, space was
Speed-
definitely an item we kind of collected, and it was like, oh well, that
Yeah.
sucks. All right, turn around.
It was
That
on the
was
right-
pretty far out of the
it was
way.
to the
It was
right
pretty far.
of Plasma, I think, right?
Maybe. I don't know if it was Plasma down there, but yeah,
I'd have to
I
look
think
back.
it was somewhere bottom of the world. I think Norfair maybe
Mhm.
Meridia. There was an objective down there. And then we did the objective. We got the major that was close, and then the other one was just like a stupid loop around. And like, now we're not going for that. But I
have to
saw
look
on the
back at
tracker
the
y'all had
vlogs.
Spazer. I'm like, that. If that was Spazer and y'all went for it, that probably was the
No, there
difference.
was one major indeed that was a really bad loop that we also left behind. I think it was
Okay.
a different major that was just kind of like, oh, ooh, this is spacer, turn it off, and then we turned around and kept going. I think it was like kind of a
Okay.
collected along the way.
Interesting. But yeah, no, we kind of it wasn't completely accidental, but it felt like we just kind of accidentally stumbled into the perfect route for that one because it was like we got to Red Tower. Map is south, but like we have high jump and screw attack. I feel like going up Red Tower is going to be what it wants because that's in logic now. And then that gave us gravity, and then we came back and got Morph, I think, with gravity. And then we went back to Torian with Morph, got Fantoon and Supers, I think. And then we came back to Torian, or to Meridia instead of going Bryn.
We had super.
Because if you go Bryn there, you get on like a huge wild goose chase there.
Mhm.
We just microwaved it, right?
Um,
Or was that a different seed? Ugh.
no,
That
that might have
first
been the
seed
microwave
was
seed.
first seed was all microwave.
yeah,
I
yeah,
remember
yeah.
that.
yeah, because we started with high jump screw, so Red Tower was immediately
Yeah.
logic.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just have one
Yeah.
question. Is because I usually like to ask like why do you like banning charge? Was there any particular reason?
In case you want to pick Charge again, easy. Like we have Charge, and you don't worry about ammo as much. Kind of seed.
No, yeah.
I don't want my like.
To be
Yeah, it
able-
helps me too technically if someone picks Charge, but like at the same time, I'd rather find it.
Okay, okay.
Because like, what are the chances it's an ammo seed? Well, there you go. If you're not comfortable with ammo, you like Charge better than.
Mhm.
Because
I
nobody's
think
picking
that's-
suits in medium too. Kind of a waste.
Yeah, I find that
Two of these
weird.
seeds, we find suits like back to back, and it's like okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Only the
yeah.
second
Medium,
seed was
you're gonna
gravity.
get suits anyway, so yeah.
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 I mean, if we had gravity in the second seed, that would have made a big difference.
Because how easy it was, we were
Sometimes
worried
it
about that.
matters.
Now that double spring ball jump is under the pocket, maybe you start picking spring ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do it. You'll
Yep.
get a 40-minute morph seed. That was the trap I fell in. My round one, I ban grav, I pick spring. We spawn in the same room as gravity. The seed places morph at like step 8, 40 minutes into the seed.
That's great.
Oh,
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't fall for the trap. If you're gonna
It's a
pick
trick.
like an item, pick like bombs.
X-ray skip. X-ray.
Pick spacer. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
Don't fall for the I can double spring ball jump. Don't do it. It's a trap.
No. What you do is you learn underwater wall jump, then you pick high jump.
Yeah.
And then you'll get spring ball, and then it's like, well, might as well as double spring ball jump.
All right. Well, thank you for the race. It was a good one.
GG's. Yeah, GG's.
Yeah, I gotta
those
go
were
to
very
bed.
close races for some of them, so that was
Yep.
pretty good.
Yep. Very good.
I'm happy with how many game threes we're getting in this bracket. That to me speaks to one, the improvement of people, and just the balance in this bracket that we have. Yeah, it's been really cool.
Yep.
But yeah, unfortunately, ColdSlayer, you are now out of the tournament. GG's. Thank you for playing.
Potato faces,
GG's.
cheese.
Now it's just time to do hard tricky, I guess.
No.
Yep.
That's where the pathway is.
Yep. That's the end goal.
Beware the
Maybe not the
pipeline.
end. There's no end. That's the
The end is a crash out.
If we're not doing insane desolate, that's something Nito can go do.
Yeah.
I love me a Wario shampoo .wav.
Oh boy.
All
Yeah,
right.
Potato on the I Am the Cheese 234. It'll be next week. Look forward to that.
Yep.
Oh boy.
How does the
Good
rest
luck.
of
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck, Potato.
Thank you.
So other races on the schedule: Divine, LNX minus, Calmega versus Daughter of the Chozo. Wasn't that like a different name of someone else?
Dear Samus,
Yeah.
That's
We do have actually Leslie
Leslie-
Pro versus
yeah.
Darth Joss coming up in like 3 minutes here. I should get
All right,
on
guys.
this
Yep.
stream.
See you next mission. See you next mission. Thank you
Goodbye,
everyone for
everybody.
hosting.
Goodbye.
Bye.